remember what William Jennings Bryan said? Fight hard, but fight clean.
You ain't fighting clean, Granny.
Of course I ain't. William Jennings Bryan was a loser.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Williams Jennings Bryan. As Granny said, he was a loser. If you're wondering who that gentleman was, he ran for president 3 times and did not win. I would consider that, 3 strikes. It's probably best to go back and sit and drink your sweet tea. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I did say that already, but I'm saying it twice just to make sure we know where we are. Welcome to TopstepTV. And yes, once again, it is Wednesday, and we do have a great lineup because I know this because I put it on the link for the YouTube, and I'm like, boy, we got a great lineup today. So stick around. This is opening call. He is Lester Flatt, and I am Earl Scruggs. And if you're wondering who that is, Google it. I think you know who that is, Johnny. Foggy Mountain Breakdown, baby. Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
There you go.
So let's get ready for a good day here. Let's say hello to our good friend. Yes, that handsome and charming young man sitting next to me. Yeah, that's the guy. I just had to make sure. John, the Hoagland. Hello, Mr. Hoagland.
Good morning, Eddie. Good morning, everybody. Happy opening call, everyone. Wednesday, the 16th of October. As always, our focus here is accurate context, good risk management, and remaining patient in our trading. As always, you know, it's a great morning. Happy Wednesday. Always a pleasure to be here with everybody. I got my top of the chat. We got Command 88. We got Chris Flores, Man Cave, Nick Nichols, Theo, Rui, Mike Godfrey, Kingdom Citizen, Dan Trader. Good morning. Rich, Keegan. Good to see you, Keegan. Yabbersmack Holdings. Always good to see you here, Yabbersmack. Blue Ken and Fess. That's the only ones that I can see at the top of the list here. But as always, welcome everybody. We're very happy you are here.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy they showed up. So far, 3 days in a row this week. We're doing pretty good. And if we count Sunday, gosh, that's 4.
Yeah.
All right. Time for some news. Man, I got a flying around here. So if you do see him, say hi. I'm going to kick his ass here as soon as I can. U.S. stock futures were mixed today. Yes, mixed, following a slip in the equities on Wall Street. That was due to the prior session. And the chip making names. Yes, there was a big call yesterday watching those chip makers. We do have the gold. Gold is up 0.7. We got ES up 0.06. NASDAQ up 0.1. We got crude up 0.26. The Dow is up 0.02. And yes, I'm going to start talking about the good old Russell. The Russell Crowe is up 0.7 on the day. So we've got some positive markets here today. And we did see that the main indices retreated yesterday, weighing down by the dip in the semiconductor stocks after some not too happy earning reports. And the financial outlook for Netherlands-based group ASML energy firms were lower, mirroring the drop in oil prices stemming from the disruptions in the Middle East. Once again, we got to watch out what's going on. I know there's been some conflicting information this morning. I'm going to talk about that. I've got some of the headlines here I'm going to read, but I'm going to look into that and make sure that I can verify what's going on. The benchmark 500 Dow Jones Industrial Average did slump by 8%, stepping back from record highs earlier in the week. The NASDAQ, meanwhile, shed 1%. What I'm talking about here, as far as those headlines, one of them came in here saying that China and Thailand began the latest joint military drills as Beijing boosts its defense ties. Now, this is one here, German Chancellor Scholz on Israel armed deliveries, saying that the deliveries are there and will be in the future. One of the things that I did see here that I really want to check on is a headline saying that Israel strikes Hezbollah strongholds after rejecting the Lebanon ceasefire. I only saw that once. I want to check on that again. Also, there has been some rumors that there is a leak into one of the Iran's oil refineries. I know that I think Dan was talking about, could it be planned sabotage, accident? I'm going to say if it was a leak, it's probably an accident. So once again, we're going to firm that up and we're going to get some more information on that. But otherwise, Johnny, what do we got today? Not too big of a day here today. As far as
No,
goes, right?
nothing. Yeah, nothing too huge as far as known economic numbers are concerned. The mortgage rates came out today. Mortgage rates rose from 6.36 to 6.52, causing the applications to drop by 17%. We had import-export prices come out. Import prices were lower for the second month in a row. At 3:30, the API crude stocks is due out a day later than usual because of the holiday or the half holiday on Monday. As far as earnings are concerned, Abbott Labs, Morgan Stanley, and Prologis all beat expectations as far as earnings per share and revenues. U.S. Bancorp beats on earnings per share but misses on revenues. After the close, we have CSX, Discover, Alcoa, just a few of the names that I know of. And then the VIX this morning up about a point higher than it was yesterday at this time. Currently, well, last I checked, trading 2069. It was 1969. What a year yesterday. Dollar index pretty much just flat on the day today. 103.26. It was 103.14 yesterday. And the yield on the 10-year still holding above 4% at 4.02 last I checked. This time yesterday it was 4.05. That's what we've got as far as important known information coming out today. I didn't see any talking feds on the schedule as far as I saw here. So a relatively quiet day as far as external effects or pressures on these markets today. Always be aware that there can always be something that comes out during the day that can change things drastically. Do your best to protect yourself, always using stops. That's what I got, Eddie. Dude, where's your crude?
Well, crude is right there. It's right. Actually, like Johnny said, use your stops. It's like free insurance. When have you been offered free insurance? Oil prices steadying here today, basically after recent sharp losses as traders watching these tensions in the Middle East, concerns over the growth in China. Taking a look here right now, crude nearly busting the 70 level here, 70.06 on the downside. Right now, we're looking at, excuse me, about a 70.70 benchmark. Both took a dive, more than 4% in the prior session to a near 2-week low. That was regarding that Israel will not attack Iran's oil and nuclear facilities. And so that's something that we've got to watch, that's for sure. Also, economic readings from China also weighed in with both the OPEC, International Energy Agency, cutting their demand growth outlook for the 2024 this week. So that's what we've got for news. Let's get to our tip of the week. Gabe, what you got? There it is. All right, performance, baby. Now, yesterday we had Dr. Brett Steenbarger with us. I hope you took note. If not, I do believe I'm gonna check, make sure, double check, triple check that we've got that recording for you. Trading is as much about psychology as it is about strategy. Right? First thing you got to do in the morning is you got to check your mindset. So this is going to help with managed emotions like fear, greed, overconfidence during trades, and reflecting on emotional mistakes can help traders recognize these psychological patterns. Okay. So you don't want to have that poor decision making. You want to improve your discipline, and that's going to help. Remember, performance is very important here. Johnny?
Eddie, I don't think I could say it any better than you did just there. It is so important to review your performance. What's most important about reviewing your performance is actually reviewing your performance. Eddie mentioned discipline and patience and doing what you say you're going to do. And it's something that everybody says they're going to do, like journaling. Everybody says they're going to journal, but do they actually journal? Everybody says they're going to review their performance, but do they actually review their performance?
Do
Just
you?
make a habit out of it. It doesn't have to take very long. Just review your performance, go through your trades. And again, always be thinking about what's going on inside you, getting into trades, during trades, getting out of trades, before trades, after trades. Some really good information can come at you from that. So if you're doing that emotional type of journaling, if you're doing any kind of journaling at all, why not review that performance? Why not review that journal and always look to improve just a little bit every day?
Right. Ask yourself, am I a complete idiot or am I a superstar? Read yourself. All right. We got the charts coming up here, but just to let you know, we've got Rip's going to be joining us early here. Nick4ATick trying to snap a 3-day streak of hitting the DLL on the funded. Coach Jay trying to snap a 4-day losing streak. And we will be with those traders, coaches, and superstars in just a little bit. But right now, let's get to our charts. Johnny, what do you got for our contestant today?
All right. Well, welcome to this morning's episode of As the Markets Turn. The daily in the S&Ps just put in an all-new high, all-time high day before yesterday. Things were looking rosy. We had all this open interest continuing to push higher, looking like the market was ready to continue this push to the upside. But of course, the news that came out that of potential escalation in the Middle East between Israel and Iran just knocked things off its pedestal a little bit here, as well as other things. But it wasn't until that news came out that we really started to accelerate to the downside. This push off the all-time high on the daily chart creates a bearish piercing pattern. This is a reversal pattern. It was news driven. If that news becomes untrue, or if nothing happens, or if just more time happens, traders, investors have very short memories. The market can continue to kind of grind back to the upside without the advent of any bad news. And of course, I know that we're all praying for peace. Yesterday was a very news-driven market, which created this pattern. Does that mean that pattern is not as valid? No, it's going to be valid until it's proven invalid. Be cautious. Be cautious. Always use stops. Here's the 30-minute chart. So, the market coming into yesterday was very flatline. There was really no overnight inventory. The market opened, leaving the opening range at the dead-ass high of the day, which would tell me, hey, you know what? There's a possibility of seller control for at least the better part of the day, and that is absolutely what came out. There was no gap yesterday. We just basically traded down through the low and through the gap that was created from Monday into Tuesday, trading to the point of control from Monday, and then really just kind of finishing the day right at that level. So the market, it looked lower. It looked like it was trying to find a little bit of potential support here around that 58.80 weekly kickoff level. And as the news continued to sink in, we broke through that level and we started to continue down to the downside. There's a lot of things down below here that may end up being supportive. We have an afternoon pullback low at 58.45. Now, yesterday with the news, we had other shorter time frame levels that were just walked through. And then when that news came out, one of the things that I said immediately was, okay, shorter time frame levels don't matter now. They don't matter, but that we've had time to digest what has been foretold. It hasn't happened yet. So maybe some of these shorter time frame levels can be useful as long as there's no new information with regards to any increases in hostilities. So these spike base and afternoon pullback low here, this was resistance. This spike base was resistance on the day after. Once it broke out, it became support. You can see it on this day when it came back relatively close to that level, within about 5 points of it, and put an afternoon pullback low. So without any bad news, those are levels that I would be thinking about looking for an opportunity to limit risk if given the opportunity. Again, if price approaches those levels, of course, if there's news involved in pushing that price down there, that might hold me off a little bit. But as far as what we're looking at today, overnight inventory, No, not really. This box right here is the first 5-minute opening bar from last night. Thank you, Coach Jay. Coach Jay has been looking at these. I started to put those on my charts to see if I find them useful in shorter time frames. But anyways, so that is the first 5-minute bar. We've been holding basically above it. No real overnight inventory. If there was any long overnight inventory, it has been reconciled by the consolidation. We are opening in the TPO value area, in range, in TPO value area. It's going to kind of tell me maybe it's time, maybe it might be a rest day, a day where we're going to maybe just kind of hang out and wait for new information. We never know that for sure, but that's kind of what I'm feeling right now because, again, the market hasn't really changed the perception of value. Settlement 58.6275. We're trading 58.65. We're within a few points of that. So again, overnight high, overnight low. Overnight high kind of came in against last week's high of 58.68 quarter. Excuse me. So that looks interesting. You know, the opening bar here also looks interesting. Over last night's low looks interesting, and then we've got this little zone down here that really looks interesting to me. Nobody knows what's going to happen, so make sure you always you work the probabilities, rate the nuances to what's most important in the current context, and work those strategies. Yesterday, pretty much a trend day to the downside, actually more of a normal variation, neutral to a trend day. 3 days in a row, ladies and gentlemen. We talk about the opening range trade in the S&Ps. Opening range is the dead ass low. Opening range is the dead ass low. Yesterday, opening range is the dead ass high. Andre, Nick4ATick Coach Jay, is this something we want to think about? We go 4 for 4 in the last 4 days with an opening range trade. We'll talk about that later. Let's take a look now into the NASDAQ. So NASDAQ was not a new all-time high a couple of days ago, but we were seeing some pretty decent open interest increasing into higher levels. That news yesterday knocked it again, knocked it off its pedestal. As a matter of fact, this is a bearish engulfing pattern, a reversal pattern. Is it going to hold? We don't know. We know how resilient these equities markets can be without any bad news. The tendency is for them to continue to drift to the upside. Remember, yesterday was a news-driven market. Does that take any of the reversal properties away from this bearish engulfing pattern? I mean, we've all seen bearish piercing and bearish engulfing patterns just kind of happen and then just get run through. Who knows what's going to happen? Just keep in mind that this is a pretty substantial reversal pattern there. All righty then. Let's take a look now in the 30-minute chart. All right. So what did we do yesterday? Well, we opened. We never finished that previous gap, which was something I was really looking forward to. That goes all the way back to July. We left the opening range at the high of the day, and we started breaking right away. And then as that news came in and it kind of accelerated, we did take out the gap from Monday to Tuesday. I'll shorten this up so it shows that the gap is filled. We went right through some shorter time frame levels. There were some opportunities up against them, but they were really short-lived. Probably going to take these off now because they're really kind of central. They've been run through so many times. It's taken a lot of the power away from them. But we do have a couple of late spike bases from way back here. Late spike base, resistant, support was yesterday. So we'll be keeping an eye on those levels. And then this, what do I have here? This got moved on me. I'm just going to take this off of there. All right. So the 5 o'clock bar is right here. And again, we're holding above it, but we don't really have any major overnight inventory. I lost a couple of things on this chart. Settlement 20,342. 20,342. Just going to put that right about there. That's going to suffice for it for now. Overnight inventory not long, not short, in the middle of range, in the middle of value in the NASDAQ, really in the congestion area that we found for a couple 3-4 hours yesterday in the NASDAQ, really right where we are. So I don't think that there's any real rush to get into anything. The profile yesterday in the NASDAQ was a B-shaped long liquidation. B-shaped long liquidation. And that is supported by a loss of 14,000 contracts in the NASDAQ yesterday. Boy, oh boy, any of those buyers that were buying up into this level yesterday when that news came out, they really barreled out of this market. Along with other things, some of the tech companies were getting beat up yesterday. So very interesting trading day. And today, again, opening in range and in value. Suggest trying to stay patient, looking for better trade locations as the day goes on. The NASDAQ did not leave the opening ranges at the high or the low for the last 3 sessions. I think one of the days did. We can always look at that on fast markets. Crude oil. Weekly kickoff low breakdown brings volume yesterday. We increased the volume, but remember, this is in rollover. We're still trading the November contract. The November contract still has more volume in it. Typically, the roll will usually happen right around the 18th of the month, give or take a day or two. So far, we're still in the November contract. Right now, we talk about this a lot, and during rollover, there's a lot of hedgers, there's a lot of major players that have to move those contracts out of the November contract and into future months. This kind of takes their focus, and they've been kind of unable to focus. That's why one of the reasons I think we're still trading the November contract is there's still a lot of contracts that need to roll. We have an inside extended trading hour range today, and I think that would be a big day if that remains for the big time hedgers to have the opportunity to roll those positions into future months. What do we do here yesterday? We lost 10,000 in open interest, but of course, volume and open interest is very blurry during rollover. I'm really kind of surprised that we saw the jump in volume yesterday that we saw on a very, very, well, I mean, it was a pretty much a down day. But we had a very narrow range yesterday. Take a look at this. We've been seeing very narrow day session ranges. Narrow range, narrow range, narrow range. Yesterday's range was about 115 ticks in the regular trading hour session. We had most of the range, of course, occurred in the overnight session, and really on some pretty decent volume at times. So right now we don't have any overnight inventory, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and it's the middle of the 7th. Let's sing. Let's go out. Let's go out to the ball game.
Me out
Market
to
is
the
trading
ball
settlement.
game.
Market is trading settlement, inside range, inside value. If this market remains range bound, there's going to be a whole lot of rolls that are going to get accomplished today, and we'll probably be looking at the December contract tomorrow. Be careful. This market is in rollover. Markets in rollover always act a little bit strange. Now let's take a quick look at gold, which is continuing an attempt to move to the upside or back to the upside.
Ooh.
Yesterday, we added 5,400 in open interest on higher volume. Okay, looks like we may be going back to test the all-time high. Maybe we're going to hear the air horns in gold today. What we were talking about earlier this week was the failure to accept below the value. Last week's weekly kickoff low at 26.38 was a high probability move to the other extreme of the current area of balance. Done. We're there. We did that. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart. Another unfilled gap. Market continuing to push to the upside. We had an up day yesterday, adding 5,400 in open interest. Buyers seem to be coming back in, decent volume. And now we're back above that weekly kickoff high of, not back above it. We're above 26.91 weekly kickoff high. The market ran above it. It's been holding support since it kind of went above that level. So the longer we spend up here, the more volume, the more participation we see up here. We continue to see buying. You don't want to fight this market. It may have its eyes on the all-time high. It may have eyes on higher levels. The profile yesterday was a normal variation, extreme day with a weak high. If you use the 720 open, there was a very weak high. We've opened with a gap. We've been unable to close the gap. We're above an important inflection level. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I know what I'm thinking. It's all about context, ladies and gentlemen. There's not suggesting the purchase or sale of anything here, but what I'm seeing here is this market looks primed to continue as long as we hold above that 2691 weekly kickoff high. Ladies and gentlemen, take your deep breath. Always remain humble, grateful, creative, and centered in your trading today and every day. We ask everybody say a prayer for peace. Let's have a great trading day. I'm excited. Let's get this going.
Let's do this, huh? Let's do it, like they say in Chicago. Hey, you know what? We've got Coach Jay. I see him in the green room. We got Nick4ATick. I see him in the green room. And guess what? MP is here. I see him in the green room. We're going to take a little time out here right now, and we will be right back with Fast Markets. Stick around. All right, let's get our bitching about the algos in the gates. Andre, how you doing, brother?
Oh, I was fired up in the green room right before we came on live. Here we are. Welcome everybody to TopstepTV. This is Fast Markets. We got Nick4ATick in the house, Coach Jay in the house. Both have these stars. Week open kickoff and at the buzzer. MP in the house as well. Opening bell coming at you in 20 seconds. Nick4ATick, what are you looking for going into the open?
Definitely not 30-second fair value gaps. I, don't believe in that. But anyway, we are near the older aspect of balance on the ES. If you guys were watching my Sunday show, I talked about basically where we open right now, kind of being an important level. If we can continue to get up, we would go have air horns. We would go have a party. And below that, we may fall into kind of that older balance range, that 58.10s spot to 57.70s. So I'm curious to kind of see, this is a great spot that we could bottom for the time being and make a move back up to kind of go retest aspects of towards the, I think the bottom of parts of yesterday's range. That like 480s level on NQ is something to watch today. As a spot where we could find passive resellers coming back into this market once again. But I'm going to be sitting on my hands. This is not a spot I'm really interested in potentially like jumping right into, just given the fact that Globex was just a big chop fest in this general area. So not a whole lot to do, yes, but we'll see how things develop here. Not a lot of news. We think we're still waiting on, I guess jobless claims tomorrow. So it could be a light day.
Lambs. Yep. All right, cool. Hoag, talk to us. We are open now for about 55 seconds. What are we seeing?
Well, first in the NASDAQ, as choppy as the overnight was, we've opened in range and in value in the NASDAQ. That usually tells me to try and stay patient and look for better trade locations as the day goes on. Yesterday, the day before, well, we've had a couple of days close to the opening range being either the high or the low of the day. But however, in the S&Ps, Andre, Yesterday, opening range of the dead ass high. Day before, opening range of the dead ass low. Opening range of the dead ass low before that. If we just took those opening range trades for the last 3 days, we'd be farting through silk sheets. Opening range, the high of the session right now, appearing to a reject TPO value from yesterday, but because of the situation where the NASDAQ is, I think we're going to see better trade locations as the day goes on. I want to try and stay patient.
All right, fair enough. Sellers coming in the house here. NQ selling off last trade 20,300.
Andre, could we go 4 for 4 with the opening range trade in the S&Ps?
Oh, let's do it.
When it works, Hoag. Whatever reason.
Hoag, I was listening to you this morning. You sound great.
Awesome.
Maybe a decent spot to buy the
Thanks,
NASDAQ here.
All right, Jay, talk to us. You guys know the drill.
It's too late.
It's the 300s, Jay.
I'm watching this reaction to 300s here, where Nick was saying this might be where it bottoms out potentially. Overnight lows pretty much right here, right now. So if we don't sell it, we could get a pop. So just watching the reaction. I'm not in a trade yet. Just watching how we trade around here.
I was talking on the opening
I normally
call.
don't
There's a late spike base in the past down at 20,295. We pierced it yesterday. There's another late spike down below that at 20,262.5. And that's where we really kind of based out the selling yesterday, maybe ran into some buying down there. Yesterday was such a news-driven day that no levels really were respected. We're waiting for new information now. I like this 300 level.
Yep.
All right, MP. Ooh, MP rolling up the sleeves, getting ready to get down to get his hands dirty. Let's go. Jab, baby.
Grab him. Jab day.
Love it. Yes,
so I'm always going to make a case for both sides and see which one looks better. If we do sell, we have the monthly VWAP down at 20,220. So if we sell, this could get pretty ugly really quick. 100 points down. So just watching, seeing which one presents itself. What's up?
What do you mean? See which one looks better? What does look better mean?
So if I see selling coming in here at these lows, and it looks like they're selling to continue a push lower, I'm not going to try to fight that flow. So we just got this bounce at 300. I'm not seeing convinced selling there. So that would tell me look for opportunities to buy. If it looked like they were going to push those 300s, then I would be looking to sell down to 220.
I love that 220 level as well, Jay. Got a naked point of control in the NASDAQ down at 2,225 quarter.
Hey, MP, might be worth considering just putting in a one-lot alert down there. Just something to think about. NQ 20,220 in the NQ. This is an alert.
20,220. 20,220.
Last trade, 20,300 in the NQ. Nothing going on tilt just yet. 50-50. There. Dow staying strong. Now higher on the open, while ES and NASDAQ are lower. Watching gold above 2,700. I did hear John in opening call talking about more air horn in the gold. I was watching slow markets last night, and Nick perhaps was hinting at the fact there may not be no more air horns in equities for the rest of the year. Nick, you were scaring me when you said that.
It's very possible. It'd be a sad day, but after a move like yesterday and potentially moving into a period of weakness after options expiration this week, I mean, hey, it's a coin flip, especially with December being as strong as it usually is, and that it just seems like it doesn't matter what the data is, what the news is, what the perspective of the world economy is. The market just continues to move higher, regardless of any sort of poor earnings, it just anything. It doesn't matter. The market's going to keep moving higher, it seems. No one cares.
Yes,
so I'm in the camp that still I think the NASDAQ highs are in, but we'll see.
Hey, NASDAQ very well could be. Yep.
Yesterday we had some reversal patterns on the daily chart, so you could be dead right. And I'm really nervous about being longs with the opening ranges at the dead ass high in the NASDAQ and the S&P.
I agree with you.
Okay. Guys are looking bearish here. Gold pushing higher, 27.01 last trade in the NQ. 20,290. 290, perhaps looking for a level down to 220 level. 285s now.
Now we're getting in a freight train, though, if this thing starts to sell off down there.
I know that's the trick.
The daily looks like if you're saying no more cowbell, the daily
Cowbell, air horn.
More cowbell.
Yeah.
I mean,
Farm boy came out.
same principle.
You
We
making
need
up
more-
your
we
own
need more
jargon
air
now,
horn.
Jive? What are you doing?
You
need more
know.
cowbell.
Okay, where did I get that from, guys? Chat, got it. Somebody will stump in there.
SNL.
Where did I get it from?
Well, either Nebraska or Saturday Night Live.
Both.
There you go. Both.
MP's got a fever and he needs more air horn.
He's more air horn. Let's trade 5850s. SNL. The chat is all over it. All right, Jay. If you see something, collar it. Nick, you see something?
I'm going to
holler
try
out.
along here in the combines. We'll see. I might jump out of this really quick.
You know, technically speaking about cowbell, I think Mr. Patak was dealing with cowbells before SNL had that skit. So I think we're going to
100%
sort
I
of lean
was.
over to giving him credit for that.
I was showing cows at the old county fair.
Betsy.
Old Charlie.
What's her name? Charlie.
Charlie.
Where's Charlie? What happened to her?
Yeah.
Sweet Charlie.
Him.
Him. What happened to sweet Charlie?
Ended up on a Weber.
He profited on it.
Introduced him
I
to a
miss-
local restaurant owner.
I miss Charlie. I really miss Charlie.
Daisy was
All
next
right.
after that one.
Daisy.
Yeah, I don't
I
like
miss
this.
her
I'm going to
too.
get out.
All right.
Yeah, this looks heavy.
I wanted to see a
I'm
push.
just
It looks heavy.
I'm waiting for VWAP to catch up and leave this opening range to the low. The low of the opening range in the Nasdaq 20,300, but the VWAP from the New York session is still in the range right now. So price is going. I would love for volume to catch up because that gives that added confirmation. But yeah, this looks heavy for now.
Yeah. Opening range trade, Hoag. Hoag, how come when it works for a few, 2, 3, 4 days consecutively, and then it goes cold for weeks and months on end? Why does it work like that?
Nobody knows for sure, but my theory is everybody looks at it, and when it works for a period of days, everybody jumps in on it, and the more people that jump in on it, the less it works.
The more people
then
that
they
jump in on it,
abandon
the
it.
less it works. Ah,
Yes.
gotcha. Okay.
So then they abandon it, and then it starts working again. So you gotta. It's almost like trying to be in the right lane in traffic. You always seem to cut into the lane that slows down.
Well,
That's why they say stay in
really-
your lane.
Stay in your lane.
in life. Stay in your lane. You ever see the people that jump around lane to lane, and then by the time you usually wave at them?
Colorado drivers.
Oh, the worst.
Usually in a BMW too.
Beamer. Jay.
Usually in a Beamer. In Jersey, at least that's what it is. Usually in a Beamer.
Or all the
right, still
affiliate
selling here.
gurus that like to chime in on the leaderboard stuff at Topstep. It's just like, stay in your lane, bro. Take your affiliate revenue and run.
Spicy this morning.
Got the
70s
3
trade.
Series, the first commission check.
I've been using that one for a long time.
I've been using that one for like 20 years. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
I
got the
love
3
it.
Series BMW. Got his first commission check.
Stop. That's we got 97 to the down. 97 lot to the downside here in the Nasdaq. We're seeing some bids to get filled. Yeah, this is looking heavy, Jay. Like you
Yeah, it
said.
is. Just looking for a spot to get in. These are trades that I've seen. They look very heavy. I take it, and then it pops back the other way. Again, I'm waiting for that volume confirmation, which is VWAP leaving the opening range. It'll give us an opportunity. Just have to be patient on it.
I know we're kind of in the NASDAQ, at least like the right here, right now spot to bounce. But if we lose this, I mean, Jay, where are you seeing maybe 20,000,
220,
200,
and then 20,100.
next 100? Yeah.
Yep.
If we definitely got some weakness. And at that point, I would say look for spots to reoffer rather than potentially try to catch the knife down there. But I don't know.
For sure.
This is holding up, I think, a little bit better so far. It could definitely go down to like the 41s to 45s is what I'm looking at. But
Johnny, what do we got in the VIX? Marv is saying it's moving.
Nick's interested too.
the VIX is dead to
it's
me.
up. It's up about 1% right now. 2084 last I checked. That's a delayed quote.
We did have what, quarterly or monthly VIX expiration here this morning, I believe. I think we actually did. I can't remember if that was
pop
today
there,
or
guys.
or next week.
Yep. And that's exactly why I didn't want to get short, where price was going, but volume didn't follow it. And we get this 50-point bounce. So it looked good, but it was false hope for short.
Yeah, I mean, we said we like
this is
it
the area
kind of the
where we
right here,
found
right now
buyers
bounce spot.
It's just
Yep.
you sell it. You sell into
yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell one in a combine here. I am trading in a combine. I'm selling one.
price?
My risk is at 330. I'm short from 296. My risk is at 330.
Oh, we like that. We're Jay short from 296. 296. Right now we can get 300s if we want.
I think I see what he's seeing. I mean, he's got you got that 5 o'clock bar bottom right there at 305.
I'm going to be honest. I
like
don't
it.
love this for. I don't love this for a house account trade.
Okay. Fair enough.
Coach
I
Jay,
did kind of like it at 309s.
309s. MP
Go ahead, Eddie.
309.
Westy's asking, what time frame are you using for that VWAP leaving the opening range?
3 minute chart. 3 minute opening range.
Thank you, sir. There you go, Westy.
Mandy, you made me laugh today. Mandy, my husband always chooses the wrong lane. That coffee.
Always.
That guy. Oh, he always chooses the wrong lane.
Yeah.
God, that was good.
All right, Jake, update that position really quick. Short from 29.
Yep, short 296 in a combine. The reason I'm saying I don't love this yet is because that volume still has not left the range, and it's a lower probability trade. If the volume left the range, I would say go ahead and take it for sure.
So you were risking 30 handles. So you're looking for 30 handles.
Yeah, I'm looking for that 220, which is that monthly VWAP.
Okay.
So it would be a 2 to 1.
Oh, gee, that looks beautiful. That anchored VWAP on the 3 minute opening in the NASDAQ. You traded right to it and right to the bottom of that 5 o'clock 3 minute bar.
Right. Yeah, it looks good, Hoag. I just need to see some more convinced selling to come in here. A lot of times right at 9 o'clock, we can get this volume spike and just reverse whatever we did for that first half an hour. So if volume catches up, I have more confidence that that's not going to happen. If we get into 9 o'clock and we still don't push here, I would expect this move to pop back up. So just watching time and sales, looking for sellers to come in.
Jay, I've been learning from you, man.
Looks good. It looks good.
Yes, heavy too.
This is gonna be probably take out previous day low.
Roll for you here. Let's trade 275, 20,275 in the NASDAQ. In the ES, 58.55 last trade there. Crude selling off, sold off about 20 cents there in the last couple minutes. Last trade, $70.56. But right now we're watching the NQ. NQ, more sellers coming here now into the 60 handle. 20,268.
See if we break 54s.
Oh, right when he said he didn't like it. Right when he said he didn't like it, I'm like, I should just go with him because it's a tough trade. He said he really liked it. Don't go with him.
As much as we always love to buy the dips in these early part of these sessions when we get a dump out of the opening range, it's just like the trade sometimes. It's just wait for the quick reoffer with momentum. And that's an easy trade.
Nice.
Still in it.
Yeah, I'm still in it. I'm still.
Who went with Jay?
Great trade.
Who went with Jay? The house account did not. The house account is already fumbling the ball.
No, that's on me. That's on me. I said don't take that in the house.
No, we can pick up certain things and we can get behind your trades whenever we want.
No.
Doesn't all have. We have discretion there.
Technically, we had 2 check marks on that.
Did we?
Yeah, I mean,
Johnny,
you had it for me.
I
liked it like 6 points higher. I guess I was being greedy.
Oh my God, we saw the checkmark graphics. Oh my God.
Have 100 check marks on there right now. The woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Hindsight Capital was the check mark too.
Hindsight Capital. They're hoarding all the check marks.
Told you so.
Oh.
So I'm just going to trail the exit down on this one. Just because of that bounce at 250. This could be a move where we just take out that overnight low and push back up. So don't want this trade to turn into a loser, obviously, and just going to try to trail this down. We should get somewhat of a reaction at this 220. What I'm looking for now, if we're going to continue to get into this short, is a bounce to that anchored VWAP as it continues to go lower, because now it has left the opening range to the low. So I would be looking for somewhat of a reaction at this 220.
200 lot bid on the NASDAQ. 200 bid, 241's filled. We're just powering through everything. Right now.
We got Hoag's weekly kickoff here at 25s or 225s.
Nice. Slant on the gas here.
But also, Jay, that's a 1 lot, right?
It is a 1 lot. Yep.
Don't
Go
need to
on a
trade a
run.
ton of size, folks.
Wow, dude.
How many did they
1,200
get
bucks.
5 minutes ago, 6 minutes, 10 minutes ago? It's going to be 100 handles here.
Damn,
Big
son,
seller
nice.
just came in here. Let's watch this.
Big-
220s. So
I mean, he was still working
big
like
seller
20
just
bit.
came in here at 240. So I'm going to trail a little bit lower. Above 250, I'm going to get out of this.
This will be the best trade I've seen all year. I swear to God. The heat that you took was minimal. Like
Great trade.
8 points, 10 points, maybe. Something like
Yep.
that.
They're trying to stick save this right now.
Yeah.
Stick save. Is that
Andre,
a hockey
what's that? What's the
That would be a hockey term.
tilt look like in the Dow right now?
term? I got hockey practice this
So
week.
I got,
Swear to God.
oh, we're still working on that, Eddie. I got 81% long, Eddie. We're still
Yeah, I
working
was
on
gonna
that.
say. No, that's fine.
I make
know
I
that
make
we were
long
running-
this.
Dow shot out of a cannon. Dow just
Yeah,
went
Dow's
higher.
going the opposite direction with
Just
the
wanted to
opening
check
range
that
at the
out.
low of the session.
All this. Yes. Hey, shout out Matt Anaya. Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, Benaya?
Pop here in that Spoos catching a bit of a bid, 58.57. A 4 points pop there. What's up, Jay? Talk to us about this amazing trade. Great entry. Short from 296.
I trailed.
you guys. Short from-
My exit now is at 251. We just did push 250s and didn't get a buyer above 250. I was actually thinking about adding a contract there and then keeping the stop just 1 point just because of that reaction. I didn't do it, so I'm probably going to get stopped out of here soon. Yep, I'm out. I'm out on that trade. This is a combine plus 892. And now we'll look for that house
Yes.
account trade. Go ahead, MP.
Well done, man.
Well done.
Weekly
Bounce
kickoff
here.
low.
That was the
Oh,
bounce.
what, the
Does
225s?
it again.
Yeah.
Almost got him.
Yeah, I know. Guys, if you don't know what he's talking about,
Pull up the
On
left. Pin to the
Topstep
top of the
X.
chat.
Topstep X, there is Topstep daily levels on Topstep X. You will not be confused where you're at because Topstep will be repeated.
Coming to you,
Topstep
Eddie, in a
X.
second.
Topstep levels right here is the weekly kickoff level. These show up every day, these levels. They get adjusted, all these. And it helps you understand areas of importance. They are not buy signals, sell signals, disclaimer. Jack, do we have that fun disclaimer yet? Be awesome if we
Working
did.
on that today, Michael. We do have a fun disclaimer, but it's an older one.
Oh, just throw that in there. Splash it in there.
Splash it
wanna
in game
follow
in the
anybody.
bowels of the images.
Yeah. Learn to trade on your own. We're a teach a man to fish type of world. And you are going to see the house account follow, get behind the trade ideas of our funded traders. But that's because we get behind their trades when they're funded on their account and their ideas on the show and all that great stuff. Because we're a prop firm. We're the biggest prop
We
firm
are.
in the damn world.
I like that.
Gosh darn world. Gosh darn world.
Selling off here in gold. Gold now beneath that 2,700 level. Let's trade 2,697. Hey, Hoag, these are new all-time highs. 2,702s, 04s. This is all air horn.
No,
06,
not
I think,
yet.
right?
Not yet. Hang on a
06.
second.
Okay.
Yeah, all-time high is. Yeah, let me get it. Yeah, 708.70. 2708.70.
Almost there.
Almost.
Premature air horn, Andre.
No,
Can't
do that.
Don't. All right,
Guys, help
good.
out the website down, folks.
I'm looking.
Get on
We're
it.
looking
Yes,
into it
we
right
are.
now.
We're on it already. We're
Looking
on
into it right now.
Touchdown.
All right, guys. Looks like some folks are reporting an issue. We're trying to log into TopStep.com. We reported to our engineer team. They're working on it as we speak. Assure you it'll be up and running shortly.
What are you
Yes,
doing on the
engineers,
internet anyway?
engineers are
What are you
all
guys-
over it.
All right,
What are you
retesting that
doing
low.
right
Let's
now
see.
on the web
Okay.
page anyway?
What are you mumbling over there?
I'm just wondering, what would you be doing right now on the website? I don't know. Like
I don't know. Yeah, you
Unless
should be
you're-
trading right.
getting a reset.
Unless you were caught in this flush.
Question from Lost Trader. Question from Lost
Uh,
Trader. Is this the first time Jay and Nick have been on Fast Markets together?
It is.
No?
It
Fast
is.
markets, yes. Jay and I have been on
Oh, good.
together, but this is the first time on Fast Markets. Yes.
There you go, Lost Trader. Shout out
Jay and
Lost.
I are
All
good
right,
buddies. We always are talking behind the scenes, so this is fun.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are a good duo.
Hey, I got the 22s working. Should that be working still? 2222 or 2020s or whatever it was.
220.
I would keep you can buy it.
Yeah.
I would keep a tight stop on that because if it flushes,
Filled.
it's going to flush.
Oh, shit,
No.
it's a one lot. It was a little one lot.
Did we get it? No, we didn't get it. We missed
We
by
got
10.
it. It was a one lot. Yeah, we're filled. It's a one lot, but that's fine.
That's the alert.
Whatever.
That's the alert. That's the alert.
The alert got
We're in.
filled. The size is supposed to be there.
Look at that bounce.
You got to be
That
kidding me.
weekly kickoff.
You
low,
got to
man.
be kidding me.
See what I did.
You got to be.
Just a quick
So-
20 points.
So above 43s here, this is going to run back up to that anchored VWAP, I think, potentially at the 80s.
Man, why didn't I take that?
Oh, man. Oh, man. It's
Might
one of
FOMO
those
into
days, MP.
A little one lot alert there with the flag wave and just got picked off. It just goes, I know how to
20
trade.
point. 20 point. Trader Z
So-
says, Andre with a lot of fake laugh today, my friend. Oh, my friend, unfortunately, it's not fake. I hate to disappoint.
But keep it coming, guys. Call this
I
the
really-
fake lap. Let's just keep it going.
You're not going to believe it. I actually am having a good time, Trader Z. I am
Yeah,
indeed having a
okay.
good time doing
Hey,
this.
where would our risk and where would our target be on that one?
On that 220s, below 200,
Yeah.
and I think the target. So this 43 area, there's a big seller that came in here at 43. They kind of just rejected price again there. If we get above that, then 80s. But if they're holding price down, I don't love that trade.
All right, so below 200, I got a 199
Below
stop.
200, this trade's wrong. Yeah. Let's see if this monthly VWAP holds.
Yep. Gold selling off big time. Dow just pushing higher here. All right, we'll keep an eye on these S&Ps and the NASDAQ.
Fix
We're
your
working on the website.
Kyle.
Kyle Armstrong, I remember you from yesterday.
We're
I
working on
remember
it.
you from yesterday.
Fix your damn website.
Hey,
It breaks,
I
man.
remember you from yesterday. You're the one saying getting short was dumb. It was like a 50-point winner.
Kyle,
Big point.
Kyle, we
Big
got to go
pullback
glass
in
half
gold.
full, buddy. We're half full here. We're positive.
We're working on it.
Yeah, it is. That is a big pullback, Hoag.
Possible failed downside auction if it pops back up.
Mm-hmm.
In a puddle of tears.
All right, so we do have the risk defined here, MP and upside as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just really quickly. Do you guys like this trade? Because I'm going to actually add to it.
We could. There you go. Jay, you liked it
Go
before.
ahead, Nick. I don't love it. I don't love it.
Okay.
220 was my target to the downside. I don't love it enough to add to it. This could just
It's
pop here
my-
up to 280s. Go ahead, Hoag.
It's my level, so I have to like it. But it may
Yeah.
just the fact that the opening range is the high of the day makes me a little nervous. If we can't get a pullback off this pretty quickly, then I'm out.
I literally just got bottom ticked, stopped on this
Oh.
long.
This day, man. All right, so
Oh.
You're looking at ES. Coach Paul is talking about the 5850 key level. Double top in the daily. ATH says he's short at 5857.
Just close.
And that would hit my full take profit. Oof, that's tough.
Okay.
Here's that level that Jay was saying the sellers were coming back in. We take that out, you got to hold that all the way up to 76, 78.
Okay. 76,
right, Jay?
78.
what a level. What a
Yep,
level.
I agree with that, Hoag.
You guys. Tops of day levels pinned at the top of the chat. Real quick, upper left-hand corner of the screen, hashtag fast markets. You use hashtag fast markets or hashtag power hour. Hit us up at TopstepTV. Give us a follow on TopstepTV X. Give us some cool submissions.
No failed downside auction in gold here. Still below the IB low.
Well, you're gone.
It's funny that that monthly VWAP is on that Topstep daily level sheet. So shameless plug, but definitely check that website out. It's
Great
pretty good
level.
one. Pretty good one.
Great level.
20,218 is on the 20,218 is on that
Who
sheet.
submitted that level? Who's that handsome devil that submitted that? Who's that?
Yeah, I don't know. Some guys. in there.
We know. We know.
I know.
We know.
What time frame do you anchor that on for the monthly? What time frame?
It's anchored to the first half an hour of the month.
That's time. Okay, got it. Thanks, Jay.
Let's see here. No problem. Offer here 125 at 240 just got filled in the NASDAQ. Nick, you seen anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to short that 42 spot. Above 54s, I'm probably out. I think this is going to crack the low. ES is just not getting out of bed.
Heavy.
It's just
Heavy.
not. Testing the
And
overnight
if
low
ES
now.
kind
in the
of
S&Ps.
like I said this earlier, but if we break 54s, I think there's a nice flush of at least 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go.
Things are moving fast and furious around here. Eddie, first 26 minutes of the trade. Haven't seen much on the calendar, but you look at it much closer. You got it right there in front of you. Eddie, what do we got for economic numbers today?
All right, economic numbers. What we have. Back to you, Andre.
That's it. Man, I didn't even have a chance to drink my water.
That
All right,
took
more
me a
sellers
second.
coming in.
No. Wait. All right, that was fun.
Was
We
gonna
do
take a
have
sip,
the
too.
API weekly crude stock later on today. One thing I'm looking at here doesn't really seem like it adds up. At 1 o'clock, we got a Fed budget balance. Now, the previous was negative 380 billion. Even before that, we had numbers like negative 285 billion, 244 billion. But what they're looking at here is a positive 61 billion. So come around 1 o'clock, I'm going to keep my eyes open on this one and see what the hell's going on there. But that's a big skew, if you ask me. Otherwise, back to you, Andre.
Hey, Eddie, sprinkle in what other events are happening today, like sport events. I want to know, like, because I don't keep up. Like, hey, Game 7 of the World Series is tonight, Yankees versus Mets. I don't, like 10 or 7 o'clock. Sprinkle in some sports.
Sprinkles on an ice cream cone.
Just quick. Don't want everybody. This is a trading show. You guys are sports
center. What is this, ESPN?
Hey, Nick, are you
It's just
seeing
information. It's like a split second of information. Our ADD appreciates that.
Nick, you see the iceberg down at 54 in the S&Ps?
Yeah, making me a little nervous.
Whose teams are in the World or not the World Series? The what are we in the playoffs?
Dodgers, baby.
Not the Angels.
Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
I'm hoping for
we
a
got the
Subway series
Dodgers,
over here.
Mets, Yankees, Guardians.
I want Dodgers, Yankees.
Mets.
Dodgers,
So
Yankees
today at
is a sweet one.
7:08 p.m., Dodgers take on the Mets.
Ooh, go
Every,
Dodgers.
every terrible person in Major League Baseball wants Dodgers Yankees, and that's everything
Yes, they
wrong
do.
with the sport right now.
I'm one of them, Nick.
I'm one of them.
Biggest
Yeah,
of the
come
bunch.
on.
Aaron Judge for Shohei.
Manfred would be so happy. That's all I will say.
Yeah.
You were going to say it differently. You were going to say it a little differently.
Yeah, there was another choice of there was another phrase I was going to use.
All right, gold is
This is a
seeing
kid
still gold.
show.
Yes, it is. We are being watched in classrooms around the globe. I'm told people watch us in class. Yeah, people watch us in class, man. It's wild.
Wednesday night football. Nobody's playing.
Oh, massive action.
There you go.
All right,
I like this.
50-50 on the tilts, crude, gold, ES, and MQ. Nothing really showing there.
Okay, so this train is sitting around. It's still the one guy in here, one lot, sitting right here on these lows.
Is it firming up, Michael?
Yeah.
Here we go. No, it's going to break.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yep, I'm out.
Come on. Give me eights. Give me
Yeah,
eights.
I would take that off. I mean, the risk is defined, so we'll see what happens at 200. But if this wants to go, it has some room down for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
Are we still long, Michael?
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
20, 30 points out of
all,
nowhere. That was dumb.
all of our risks stayed the same.
All right. We can always jump back in. We add into it.
Risking 470 to make 1,000.
Just not holding that weekly kickoff low now.
Is it holding out as a resistance now, Hoag?
On the 5-minute chart, looks like it's pretty low, pretty short time frame. 3-minute, it's kind of magnetic towards it, but seems like it's spending more time below it.
All right, update on the website. I'm told the website is back up and online. There you go. What was that? What is that? 11 minutes. 11 minutes.
We're doing some things in the background, folks. We're doing some things in the background, not on the website right now, but having conversations. They're called slow down conversations. How do we get folks to slow down? How do we get people to
terms of
focus on their live account only? How do we get people to focus on if you've had too many accounts? We're in the business of helping
Who else is
people
doing
get
that?
to better habits, to get to a live account, to trade on a live account if you've earned a live account. We started that industry, so we're going to be bringing some stuff to you. Some people may not like because it may slow you down, but I'm going to tell you it's good for you. It's healthy. Some people need to be slowed down.
Get her done.
Mm-hmm.
Sellers
More to come.
could drop the ball here.
They're going to drop the ball.
They need to get this going. If they're going to, right, as we push into 200s, if you're convinced about selling, keep selling it. And we're not seeing it
Discipline
yet.
works.
Yo, I knew that one was going to get through. I knew that was going to get
Discipline
through.
works. Your name says it, my friend. Your name says it. How they're taking away the DLL, do that. Focus on your discipline. Focus on your discipline. It takes you 1 second. Here, go here, right here. You can go in. Well, my settings. I'm not going to do it right now.
That one got through.
You can go in there and set my daily loss limit, personal daily loss. It takes me 1 second. If you can't do that, then you should not be trading in this world. You have no business trading. You have no business trading if you don't take the time to go through your daily loss limit. You don't take the time to put a stop in. Your name is discipline.
That is true.
I love you.
Your name is discipline.
You want to grab a beer? I'm cool with it. I'm just letting you know that trading, come on. Take a second.
Today.
Say your risk. You should be thinking risk first anyway. Not getting funded first. Not how fast I can go first. None of that. Discipline first. Mick, get on here at Shoulder Tap. He will be on here probably today. Downside capital preservation is the first thing he said every trader should think about. Downside. And the only way you can think about that is you watch your six. You watch your downside. That means setting your own personal daily loss limit. We're filtering out the discipline and the undisciplined. And we're making sure that you know that discipline matters in this business. So we're going to have a slowdown. If you have a live account, maybe that's going to be the only account you can focus on. Stuff like that.
Good poll.
Big stuff's coming out.
MP, we got a poll here in the chat.
Yes.
Go ahead, Hoagie.
I feel like I was in the pit for a little bit there. You know, we stand in the pit, we yell at each other all day, and get in fights, and then buy each other a beer after the close.
Right.
So great.
Right.
Oh, you and I.
Go ahead, Nick.
It's not me. It's the risk that Coach Jay put in there. The 200 downside, and then the 270s up there. So you guys are seeing it work.
Yes.
That's a one lot.
We're going to pour one out for sellers today.
Yeah, they got one more chance here.
That is a 3-bar reversal if I've seen one.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow.
The ES I don't know what just happened to the ES, but it just kind of shot up to the upside. And the NASDAQ looks like it wants to follow here. So that anchored VWAP in the NASDAQ moved down, MP, from 78 to 66. So we're kind of right where we are right now. I would think about trailing that stop into the profit, where if it rejects
not moving
here,
a target, not moving your profit. Real quick, profit target 75s. Is that what you guys are saying, or are you saying 65?
I would leave that where it is and just trail from the other side, right? So move that exit up to maybe 230s, at least take 10 points out of this 240s, and then if they want to continue to push, I would be looking to. I was looking the entire time to get us into a short. I don't like what I just saw in the ES because a ton of buying just came in there. But I would be trailing this in a profit.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that 240 level for the trailing stop.
240. Okay. I used my simple bracket and just dragged them.
I'm watching carefully, but I may reoffer this.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same, Nick.
Okay. A quick poll. What account type have you achieved at Topstep? 3 choices: XFA, combine, or live funded account. 61%. Express funded account, 31% trading combine, and 6% live funded. Just some 500 votes there. Slow down. Talks of slowing down, Michael. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. Probably, I'm going to float the idea. We'll see if it's
Who else does that?
folks are
Hey,
interested.
slow down,
Yeah.
traders.
We have automatic emails. Somebody resets like 3 times in a day. Tells you to quote unquote pump the brakes.
Like, isn't a chop shop, is what you're saying?
No,
Remember those existed
it's
all over
it's a
Chicago. All
experiential
over Chicago.
development program that watches you and evaluates you and gets you to a live account at the end of the rainbow, because the end of the rainbow in the trading world is to trade live.
So many chop shops around Chicago back in the day. Just wanted you to
So-
pump
Choppers.
volume.
Tilt 72% long.
Chopper was not a chop shop.
Chopper trade, no.
Just
Poor
Dave
Dave.
always-
They just
Poorly,
wanted you to
Dave.
pump volume. They just wanted the rebate on the volume. And
Oh, I know
they-
what firm you're talking about. Does it start with an Eldo?
Well, well, at one point they were. All right, Dow keep pushing higher. I'm
NASDAQ.
guessing these are new all-time highs in the Dow. 43,192.
Nope. All-time high in the Dow is 43,450.
450.
82% long in the NASDAQ.
Yeah, this is going to push
Ooh.
high.
All right.
2258.18 average price. 78% in the money.
JD just pointed out that the NASDAQ just bounced right off the weekly kickoff high from the week of September 23rd, which was 20,206. That just put in the low. Sometimes when I believe that they're going to be impactful
Phil.
still, nice job.
2 to 1.
Leave them on there. That one I didn't leave on there.
Nice.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Nice
A
trade.
little one line alert, man.
One line
got paid.
Lot alert did get paid.
One line alert got paid.
I mean, what
80% long. Holy cow, Dre. We got 80% long on the tilt. This is pretty damn long. If there's 1,000 open positions, which there's multiple thousands open positions right here at Topstep, scrolling across the top of your screen is called the tilt. It shows you what percentage of people are long or short bias. Only in the sim world. This is Topstep, the trading combine, or the express funded accounts. We share this data back with you. Nobody else on the planet does this because we're the biggest prop firm in the planet that is trying to help others learn how to trade and get to a live account. 80% of folks in the NASDAQ are long. NASDAQ from the average price of 262. 262. Think about that.
And
Pretty
remember,
heavy.
this data is for entertainment purposes only and should not be used to buy or sell as an indicator.
You know what, Jack? We'll still use a splash screen, but Eddie, start doing that more because that's good. Because we'll use your little fun disclaimer talk. Oh, that's questionable size disclaimer. That one doesn't work.
And Nick,
Whoa.
that iceberg order in the S&P is put in the low. S&Ps just took out the high of the opening range.
Yes, it
S&Ps
did.
on a tear right now.
Yeah, it is.
Holy moly.
Christmas.
Gold is back inside the initial balance, indicating a potential tail downside auction again.
Hey, Nick, when you have a chance, can we get a P&L update? The board.
Yeah, I took a loss on that long or that short, so I'm up 1,500 in these combines times 5.
1,500 in comments. Thank you.
Yeah, if the ES was going to run like this, the NASDAQ could run and, go back to midnight Eastern highs as well, which is up at 380.
80.
Yeah. Again, I don't post a lot on Twitter, but I do respect the community who's putting good information out there. So again, shout out to Austin Clark and the captain. They're probably looking for the potential of this midnight open retest as well,
Captain.
which is up at 390. See how the market decides to get there.
Chris Kennedy, I like you. Topstep website works fine for me.
All caps, too.
All caps.
Wow. 20,280. Let's trade. That one lot alert. One lot alert on the
Cooked.
Oh my gosh.
I told you, small ball's the name of the game in trading.
Kind of is. Dow definitely the strongest of the three. With a heck of a reversal for ES. Last trade 58.66. High of the day 58.69. We still have 81% long tilt in the NQ. Keep an eye on that. MP, keep 290. We'll say 81% long at 290. When the price was trading 290. And
Now I'm pulling
NQ.
back here a little bit.
84% long in the NQ. Is that right? 84%.
Is there any shorts in
NASDAQ.
here?
Are you seeing this,
that
MP?
you guys
I'm looking MP. I'm looking
Is there any
MP.
level-
Yeah.
I'm not saying because it's paying it's paying the longs, but then they all will
They've
get
gotta
really
get out.
long, and
Yeah,
they're
you
getting
have to
very
get out.
very long. I have seen it up in the 92s. Is the highest I've ever seen it. It's 85%, 85%, guys. That means if there's 1,000, 100, 10,000, let's go 100, 85 people that are long. It's a lot of people one direction. When everybody's going one direction, a lot of people going one direction. Gets tilty, say 90%. That's a lot. It's almost everybody thinking it's going one
I
direction.
love that band.
Tilty?
One Direction.
Oh.
It's too late to apologize.
I thought there was a band called Tilty because we were at
What's this
That's
band
my new
Tilty?
band. That's my
We're
new
at
band name.
Lollapalooza. Was it?
They're in Lollapalooza. Tilty.
We're at
Headline.
Lollapalooza. We were like, we we had the passageway, and I had a bunch of friends and all that. We're in our 40s now, so we don't
That
do
was
general
One
pop.
Republic.
So we were like, we could just jump from band to band. This one starts playing. We're like, these guys are pretty good, and like, there's a ton of people here. Whoa! And it's like all young kids. Like, and the buddy turns to me, he's like, "Dude, it's a TikTok band." I'm like, "What?"
TikTok
Like,
band.
let's get the hell out of here. But we didn't leave. It was great.
They were good.
We were good.
We're pretty. All right, MP. I'm keeping an eye on that tilt level. 84% at the 290 level. 290s.
Yeah,
Still
but
pumping higher.
but you see the average price, Dre. The average price of longs is increasing 269. It was 22 something or whatever it was before. So that says a couple things that they could be adding, which brings that average up, the average entry price, which feeds the rally. But the minute this thing turns or consolidates or whatever, just mark it in your chart. I'll do it for you guys.
Annotate.
Yeah, I see a case for a short here, but I haven't seen buyers fail in the last 15 minutes, so I would need to see that first. Maybe around 330, 305, 330,
Okay.
kind of right around here.
I like that idea. There, you can't miss that one, Dre. If you go to my charts.
Let's see. It's gonna stick. This is gonna haunt us all day. Oh, God. You
Can't miss it. John Madden. Turducken.
85
Good
level.
looking.
Hey,
Much
what's
better
up,
looking than
Jack?
some of the last ones that you've had up there, MP. You've had a couple of questionable items drawn before.
Yes,
knows
they could be, if your imagination didn't have to run too far.
This is the internet, Michael.
Internet's forever.
That's right, I know.
Anyway, let me
I
know.
still
you guys
wonder if I
are
had that guy that
short.
drew the bunny ears. What's that, Jack?
Everyone's flat.
Let me know if you guys are jumping in short. We're flat. I was going to hit a few things real quick. First, we're at a BFRN right now. For those in the acronyms, in the 10-year yields are right around 4% exactly. If we look at the mortgage rates, they have climbed 38 basis points since their lows in a few months ago. Meanwhile, the 10-year rallied 50 basis points from the low and now is back to right around 4%.
Oof.
Something to keep an eye on there. And Eddie, you'll have to send me, I don't know what that number is you had about like the Fed surplus versus deficit, but my guess, if it's something with the Federal Reserve, it has to do with the fact that we cut interest rates for the first time during that, and therefore would be
Okay, makes sense.
yeah. So we would be selling instead of buying bonds. Let's go to some more important stories. So mortgages, expensive still. A woman sued her company for not giving her a farewell card, but found out that they did buy a card that almost no one signed.
Oh no!
Kind of defines her character a little bit right there.
That is
The whole
Comes at you. Yeah,
story.
it really does. That's
You
comes
know
full
what's-
circle.
What's
Maybe you gotta
incredible
look in the mirror on that one. Good looking at that.
That's when you put a used gift card in there and seal
Someone
it.
else's name. Someone else's name on there.
It's like there's nothing on it, so when she goes to
Yeah.
use it,
from somebody who lost a word.
It's been used already.
This woman worked for International Airlines Group and has over 40 lawsuits against them, this being one of them. And
Get out of
the
here.
incredible
Those people need to
coincidence,
get out of here.
her name is literally Karen.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry to
I don't
all
think that's fair to Karen.
you
There's a lot of
upstanding
great
Karens out
tons of
there.
great Karens. Yeah.
All right. Next up in Weird People on the Internet, Mysterious Doorway. Of course, this is from the Post, so Danielle submitted it. Mysterious doorway discovered in Antarctic ice via Google Maps, and conspiracy theorists have wild ideas. Because of course they do. Yeah. They talked to a geologist, and this is just a piece of ice. But I do like the wild ideas conspiracy theorists can come up with. I'm going to go with door to hell or something like that, but have fun with that.
How about a Yeti outhouse?
I like it.
Yeah, that's where the Yeti, not the Yeti, Freudian shit. Freudian slip.
Hey,
Can't speak this morning. Anyway, that is the Yeti's outhouse. And then finally, we'll go back to this during Power Hour, but Dolby found that there is Doritos liqueur. I don't know if it's a liqueur, like a vodka or something like that. $58. But because we're
trade
committed,
setup.
yeah, we're committed to the bit, so we're gonna buy a bottle of this, and Dolby's gonna taste
Only
it.
$7.99.
Yeah, he is.
I think
you
you should.
are,
I should think you should have to take a shot of it during the reversal challenge.
Oh, great idea.
Every time Dolby reverses, he's got to take a shot of it.
Oh, no. James.
Jack, you were talking about BFRNs. I thought you were going to mention the Russell that just traded above 2,300, and looks like it's about to make a run for year-to-date highs. Speaking about markets that are rallying right now.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting on the Russell. As you know, the yields are coming in a little bit, and the Russell is the most sensitive of those. I'd be lying if I said I pay too much attention to Russell. It is sort of the redheaded stepchild.
I just look at the chart.
Finance. But 2,300. Good job, Russell. Good job, buddy. You go get him.
It's a pig and lipstick index.
Yes, it is. Man, it's the Russell catching strays this morning. I like it. All right, MP. Keep an eye on that level. It's the 290s. Yeah, you have to take heat
out there. The one lot ranger out there.
Yeah, okay.
Scoping out the land.
I like it.
Hey, scoping out the land.
And
go ahead, Hoag. 300 level.
He took his short on right back to that 300 level.
Yeah, pretty much came right back to it.
Overnight session VWAP is just above that at 312.
I wouldn't say this rolled over yet, but I'm very curious about the 85% of folks long. Because, guys, you also got to be thinking about the reason why we watch this and talk about this is because this is information that you should, if I were you, but if rookie traders, brand new traders, probably not. But like if you've been trading long enough, the market's made up of buyers and sellers. Look at the time of sales. It's one lot. Those are all retail folks. So these are all retail. The one lots on the NASDAQ that are trading out is personal brokerage accounts or whatever, institutions. Sure. Somebody yesterday is like, yeah, they can be that too, but lots of just one lot players too. And these are retail folks. If enough one lot, if you have 1,000 retail folks trying to get in right now on a one lot, that's 1,000, so we share this top tilt data because you can kind of get an idea of what people in their personal brokerage accounts in the world, which you can't harvest that data. You can't market that data, not market that data. You can't bring that data back and say, hey, here's data, can it help or hurt or whatever? It's just here it's information. So that's what's really important about sharing this. So 85% of folks are long. Now I'm thinking I would be a betting man and say that probably the majority basis, long short would be to the long side in personal brokerage accounts around the world trading NASDAQ. That's what I would think because the data here at Topstep is shared with you and I'm sharing it now that it was 85%. So I would think it's not for sure, but at least it gives you a little sneak peek behind the curtain of the personal brokerage account, real money moving trades. So something to think about if you find importance in it or not. It's just a piece of data.
You didn't have to take too much heat there, MP. 85%, that is. They did not take too much heat. They're still in this trade.
They're still in. Yeah, it's consolidating. So the 330 conversation that Coach Jay had would be pretty interesting if it gets another push up. It's the last of those that holding on to the short side. And then you're stuck with all longs that need to get out. And there's your rounding of the top.
There's pushing here. All right, Nick4ATick flat, Jay flat.
Yep.
Next price level that we're trying to look. We're coming up on VWAP here in the NQ, Nick. 20,311. Was anything are you seeing anything on the options chain there, Nick?
Let's look.
Anything showing here? Sellers fumbled the ball there. You heard Jay and Nick talking about the sellers fumbled the ball down there around 220s or so.
No, it's a stupid distribution. You've got a bunch of call gamma between 5860 and then almost a similar size gamma down to 5800. So it's basically just like we're in the dead middle right now.
All right.
So no surprise, a choppy mess to start today.
Yes, there are 5,200 people watching us. Michael, after the big prune, viewership came back stronger and better than ever. 5,200 people watching. Now click like, click subscribe. Almost at 125,000 subscribers. The big pruner. Yes, I do, Michael. It was not. I remember. So I hope
it's coming again.
Non-believer, but weekly kickoff rolls again.
It did.
Come back.
It did. Held up. Scary down there, but it held up.
I was a non-believer, I got to tell you, but held up. Nice.
Hoagie Berra does it again.
Hoagie Berra.
Hitting
wow,
levels.
Jay. Wow, Jay.
Hitting levels out the park.
I never said all the things that I said.
It's
yes, Danielle, we remember. The big prune.
That was just to get the folks that really wanted to trade. That's all it was. And that's what we're going to be kind of the slow down stuff, implementation, things that we're going to kind of adjust is going to get the folks that are serious about actually being a live trader and serious about, being patient and things. So we're going to some people may be like, yo, you're slowing me down way too much, or, just give me more cowbell, I need more, so our mission is to turn people who trade into better traders with healthier habits. So we need to really lean into that even more. And, more to come. But it's good. It's supposed to be good for you and the industry and just
those 80%. Wow, ES making new highs here. 58.69, almost 70s trade now. New highs.
Jay, how you liking your 30s on a short? Jay, how do you liking your 30s on a short?
No, I don't. Sellers had another opportunity below that 285, and they again dropped the ball. So I'm losing confidence in them for now. If I'm going to short, it has to be somewhere much higher. Probably not until a test at 400. And it may reject right at 330s and fail here, but I don't want to try to stop this momentum with a one lot.
Okay.
Still getting paid.
Nick, what are you thinking?
This is running.
Official. It's a
I'm trying to find a place to get in long.
What are you reversing?
There's your 330. There's your 330s. There's your, what was it?
Those 220s, man. Oh my.
There's your we have a 340 level. John, what's the 340 level? Right there. That was a stop run. Felt like a stop run.
I believe it's settlement. Nope. Yeah.
What are the levels do you have up here? We're getting 82%. Everything's long. S&P's long now. S&P is 78%.
Yep.
Now S&P's up there with them. So when these two get very, very long, longs are getting paid this whole way. But there's times where long or 81%, 83% on micros, 83% on micros, 78% on minis.
58. 58.73 last trade.
Yeah. That's settlement, Michael.
Okay.
I wonder if Dakota's long from that 3-bar reversal.
All right, we'll keep an eye on those prices right now. Keep an eye on this action. But ES, NQ pumping to the upside here. ES put a new high of day. NQ not quite as strong to the upside here. But I'll throw it to Eddie. Eddie, we got a quick announcement. What's going on, Eddie?
Yes, indeed, we do. Coming up here, actually, just want to let you know that we do have the Brett Steenbarger. Okay, we had him yesterday, and if you missed it, go back and watch it. If you did miss it, watch it again. Even if you saw it live, a lot of good stuff coming out of there. Now we're going to have the edited interview at the end of the day, but what you can do is, if you want to go check it out, rewatch it, go to yesterday's episode of TopstepTV, navigate to the Power Players section, and then you will have it. So if you did miss it, get on it right away here because it's great stuff. Anne-Marie Hoag had some great questions from our chat, and you, the traders, entered your questions. And check it out. Check it out. Thank you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie. Edward.
You're welcome, Andre.
Just Andre. It's fine. It's just my.
It's just Andre.
It's just Andre. I know. I always said something longer, and that's all we got. All right, let's get back to the markets here. MP was asking you, Jay, about those 330s. We're at 20,000, 330 right now.
Yep. We did get a rejection at 350. We didn't push 350s, but again, I this momentum looks strong to the upside. I don't see a reason to try to fight this yet for a short.
I'm catching patterns in some of you guys talking, and it is the not liking it, Jay. That's what I've caught on yours. And you've been like, you didn't like your trade that much, and that was a 100-point winner. And we didn't like it.
Guess I should have loved that one, right?
Yeah, you should have loved it. Yeah, but do you guys ever find that when you felt like not falling, but when you really like something, it's actually what happened, Nick?
Bad.
I'm just watching this, and I'm blown away by another V-shape, move in the Nasdaq. It's just insane.
Do we run?
Best trades have to scare you a little bit.
They have to scare you a little bit. So that's why I'm starting to listen to you guys too. I'm like, if he's a little like unsure, or if they didn't really like it down there, like I'm not making decisions because those days are over. I'm really valuing the decisions or thoughts of others. And then I'll place my house account.
It's a really good point that you make, MP, where I think we focus a lot on pattern recognition in the markets, but we're all traders, and there's a lot of pattern recognition in ourselves too.
Yes.
So you guys used to do it in the pits all the time, right? You see a guy and you could tell like he's off of his game. I'm just gonna do whatever the opposite of that guy is because he's in trouble. And it's the same thing here, right? Where you could hear how someone's speaking about something, and a lot of times that pattern in their voice precedes something, right? I love Dakota, but anytime I've been in a trade with Dakota and he starts like jabbing at the chat where that's just not in his personality, it's usually a good time to take profit on that trade, right? I've traded with him so much that I recognize that pattern where it's just, and that's exactly what you're saying, right? We are all human. There's patterns in all of us. So if I don't love something, if I don't like something, I should probably love it.
Well, there's patterns in us, Jay, but also like the market is made up of people's opinions too. So like those patterns are going into the markets, and those markets inform the charts. So these right here, and then we're trying to always predict what the pattern is going to be. But if we all start to understand ourselves and just more about, like I said, all these retail one lots, that's a pool of fish going through the ocean that has a similar trade mindset and all that kind of stuff. It's the outliers, one of the ones that, again, 80% of people long, there's 20% of people short. Yeah, sure, right now that doesn't play out, but we always look at that like the smaller the minority there of folks saying, what are they seeing? What are they like? Why like so many people? Like 90% of people want to be long. Why do these 10% want to be short? And then John, you just said that too about the harder trade is is usually the good trade or something.
Yeah.
And I see some people saying that they're going to pay attention to that Dakota signal now. Just remember, Dakota's a poker player. So good luck.
Tell.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, let's get back. Still strong tilt, guys. Long, heavy long buys in the ES and NQ, well over 70% in both.
I remember when we first started Topstep, had somebody helping write like emails on copy with me on the beginning because I do the final edits.
Yeah, you
and
would.
they'd edit good luck, and I'm like, what? No, trade well, trade well, not good luck. We don't say good luck in this business. And get rid of those damn exclamation points. Like we were like those. I was like, it's just a matter of fact business. Come in here, do this, and end of the sign off. Trade well.
You want to name names, MP? Who was that right in those initial email copy?
I don't know then. Oh yes, I do. Yes,
it wasn't me. I never put good luck. It was always trade well.
I know.
Yeah, just kidding.
All
right.
Hey, whatever their name was.
Yeah.
Looks like the admin might be down.
One that didn't play nice.
If there is Topstep.com issues, okay, Topstep.com issues, it does not affect trading. It does not impact trading whatsoever. Logging in right now, like MP said, focus on the markets. I don't know what. Yes, thank you, Sarah.
Unless you got short at the bottom after trying to long the initial dump, and now you're trying to get back to the website once again. Don't worry, guys. If that's you, I've been getting chopped up left and right on this. I should have already passed these combines, so it's all good. It happens.
Yep. That's why you got to tune in to Topstep TV, because you hear that Nick's saying he's getting chopped up, which is totally fine, guys. That happens. And then if you're getting that too, now misery does love company, because it's a love-hate business. Some people are having the best day of their life right now. Some people are like at the final stretch, and probably, there are people giving up on trading every day. Because you do it so long, and if you can't find success, and you're like, I'm done. And then that last moment, and like, is usually an implosion day of motions and all that kind of stuff. I've seen it, and I've been there where I wanted to take I've never fully walked away since 1997. It's the only thing I've ever done, but I get it.
I did just get short one at 324, risking 20 points on this.
324, Michael. Yeah.
We're short 5 from 25.
My target is 300 on this. Not a huge trade.
Yeah. What's what would be your stop?
351.
MP, one more time. How's the count short? 5 from 20,000.
25 quarter. 325 quarter.
Thank you.
About a 1-to-1 trade there, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you hate it?
I was indecisive. Let's see. That's my nature. That's the one thing I fight in my trading. It's just like, sometimes don't think. Just take what you see.
Do it.
About that.
Yeah. We got to get below VWAP here.
You're a good trader. You'll probably lose more by not taking the trades than you will by taking them.
MP, move that to break even, because if VWAP holds, this is going to bounce. Right, this is a quick scalp trade short. Yep.
All I do is just press the B
I'm out.
button.
I'm flat.
Okay, I got it as break even. Yeah, I'll sit it at break even.
You got a better fill than me, so let's see.
No, I tried to, and I did a market order, and you got 24s, I got 25s.
Okay.
Did. No.
Again, this was
scratchy.
Yeah, this was just yep. We bounced right at VWAP. I was seeing if VWAP would flush there. It didn't, so I'm okay taking
I
it.
I like it. I like that.
Yeah. The VWAP's gonna be flimsy. You're short from it. I like that. Yes, very strong.
And it could go, but I don't want to hope for momentum. I want to see it, and it didn't happen.
I thought that was great. You heard Johnny say, well, you said 1-to-1, and then you said the stop and the target, and then John goes, that's 1-to-1. So those listening, and he said it's going to be quick, and he's watching the VWAP. That's how things move really quickly right there on that one trade. Now, that's a short time frame. That's a trader saying, hey, I'm going to take a shorter trade. You guys saw Jay do a much longer trade today. So that is very difficult. It's like having a pitcher, World Series, whatever. Andre, help me out.
No, you got it. You got this one. Go, keep going. You got this.
Having a 12-6, having a slider, and then also having a cutter, whatever. You're a baseball guy, Jay. That's what I was looking
You nailed
for
it.
there. But no,
Yeah, different
you get the
pitches is
point.
repertoire.
The point is having more in the tool belt
There you
than
go.
just scalping. He was able to take a longer look at the market and say this is, and then that was this morning's trade. And what, I don't know, 80 points, 60 points, 100. I don't know exactly what that was, but it was not a 1-to-1. He got a 2-to-1 on that one. So that's why you got to be shifting and think. You don't have to be. That's Jay's style. You can do whatever you want to do. That's the name of the game. Trading is figuring out what works for you.
All
That's
right,
the benefit
well,
of tuning in and hearing traders trade.
we know, hey guys, we know the engineers are on it again, working on the Topstep website. Engineers are on it. It does seem to be working for a lot of people. So might be isolated incidences. They are looking into it and we'll be fully online shortly. Thank you for your patience, especially who's the annoying one today? Kyle Armstrong, annoying person of the day goes to Kyle Armstrong. Kyle Armstrong, we got the full engineer team working on it just for you. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. And
There
Lord
you
knows
go.
you are squeaky. All right, we are selling off here. 20,311 last trade. We got everyone's flat right. Man,
This is
There's
just,
your threes. There's your evens. Nice trade, Jay.
I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna step away for a second. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna step away.
Oh,
hot.
he's fuming.
It's
He's
hot,
fuming.
man.
I need to breathe that one off. I'll be right back.
well, Jay,
feeling it,
I
dude.
Good
jumped in
read.
with you guys, and I got a couple points, but it's just like
Good
this
job.
is ridiculous.
That's a good read.
Oh,
Jason.
man.
Oh,
I have never had so many chances to pass a set of combines that I have this morning, where I just am like $1,000 away, $3,000 away, $500 away. Oh, I should have actually closed it for $9,000 and been done for the day. Oh, nope, didn't hit my order, and
Golly.
now I'm just getting chopped and trying to build it back. Man, this is a day where if you've ever done that in a combine, you should call it. Come back tomorrow to try to finish it. Especially when you've been as close as I have today and you're just giving back points, getting more points, going through it.
Okay.
One of those days.
I'm back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just, and someone just said it in the chat as well. That was a lower probability trade, so I'm okay cutting it. And that's one of the ones where it's
Fair enough.
You know what? If it doesn't go when I want it to, I'm okay getting out. So.
I mean,
but
I wouldn't say lower probability trade. I would say we could have had a better entry because we failed at the
Facts.
retest of the
That's a
previous day close.
yeah, we went back to the
That's a
scene of the
fact.
crime, the day where we started today, this morning, 8:30.
Basically. Gosh, I need some water. One sec, guys.
All right. Everyone needs to take a breather. This is what you guys, it's real trading, guys. Real traders, real emotions, real executions, real money. Speaking of, wow, sellers coming in here. I'm going to throw it to JD, though. Speaking of real. Show some real payouts and real P&Ls. JD, what do we got?
Real. Andre, I'm not going to lie. You got the creative juices flowing for me today. I'm going to start a leaderboard for the most annoying chat squeaker of the day. We're going to start doing that probably early next week now, all right?
Yeah, they get the can of WD-40. Can of WD-40 to the most annoying person.
And I'm going to call the chat squeakers from now on. That's it.
Squeakers.
All right. Squeakers. All right. Yesterday's best live funded P&Ls starting at the top here. Daniel absolutely carving up the NASDAQ for $23,353. Pulled that out of the live markets, folks, trading in a single account yesterday. Nice job, Daniel. Then we've got Scott. Scott mixed it up between the NASDAQ, micro NASDAQ, and gold for a total profit of $13,473. Shifton, who is no stranger to this list, $12,363 trade in the NASDAQ. Nicholas went ham on the metals yesterday. Took $700 out of the copper market, $4,500 out of silver, $5,300 out of gold for a total profit of $10,500. Trading nothing but metals. Nice job, Nicholas. Then we have Drayton, also no stranger to the list, $7,400 trading the NASDAQ yesterday. Those are your top
Live traders putting up grades.
Live traders.
Real professional traders right there. And that's what I was hinting at last time. Is real professional traders get backed with real money. They don't stay in sim forever. That's the end goal. That's the end of the rainbow. That's where you want to be.
What's your over under on total payouts from yesterday, guys?
I mean, I don't even know.
1-1.
Yeah.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. That's the new normal. Nick's got a pretty good feel for this stuff.
1-3.
Yeah, I'm 1-2 here. Split the difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
pretty
going to say
close.
1, 2.
Pretty close all around.
Oh, look at the sell off. Look at the sell off. So
Man.
those
One
did that long bias,
Couple of stuff
that
for a
long
second. Couple of
bias
stuff.
that was way up there. Still remember to go to my chart real quick. The 85%. You would have taken 50
Yeah.
handles of heat on.
50
I know, I'm
handles
just
of
saying,
heat, though. Yeah.
I know, but just let this play out. If it makes new
For sure.
lows, then all those longs. Then you think about, okay, all those longs were here on the simulated. But what about in the personal brokerage world that actually moved markets and actually, just watch it as I go. That's why I annotated it on that. Put a note on the screen here. See how this one plays out.
You see that 1.5 payouts? 1.5 million in payouts yesterday.
This is
On a
this is
Tuesday in
great reminder
October.
of why
Tuesday in
I hate OPEX
October.
week.
Nick is just fuming over there.
I mean, this price action is OPEX. Congratulations, welcome if you've never experienced a traditional OPEX that moves like this on a typical day, because this is what you get. We're just toys for institutions.
Oh boy, you might not be wrong, folks.
Yeah, I'm reviewing that trade real quick. That was a test of settlement. We couldn't close back above it, and a rejection, and just staying negative on the day. Again, trying to find another
Jay,
place to get in.
We
Go ahead,
also
Hoag.
traded right to the opening range in the NASDAQ. Could not take it out right up against settlement.
Yep.
We don't take out that opening range. I mean, look how cheap that is. Opening
it's a
range
good
high
short.
was 357. We traded up to 349. So about a 10-point risk on that trade. It would have been a beauty.
Andre, I mean, it may need to put a chew
I
in.
want to short this.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
That's that type of a day.
It has been. I think everyone's feeling the same. Everyone's feeling the same.
yeah.
Look at this
I don't know why I didn't
If this
hold my
makes new
330.
lows, then I'm telling you, Dre, if it makes new lows, and I know I'm going back to the tilt, is everybody long up there. It's telling me what the personal brokerage account world is doing. That's what I feel. It's just my hypothesis. If it makes new lows,
235.
huge, heavy, long bias.
I think it's a when it makes new lows at this point.
Unreal. What a day.
Imagine all those guys that were in the money big time in your personal brokerage account. You've been taking heat. You put 10 grand in. Now it's all the way down to 2 grand. Now you're up on this trade and you didn't take profits at all. And now you're back to scratch. That's super painful. Then you're going to hold on to this trade and then you're going to get stopped. I mean, we've all been through, there's a million scenarios of taking a bath, but yeah, you get it.
Hey, JD, how are we doing? Are we good on payouts and P&Ls?
We got a little more show. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Only
might
put
as well, please.
only put the payouts up there for a second. I don't know if you guys caught it.
Oh, yeah.
But that number was 1.5 million in payouts yesterday. 665
average.
payouts. Averages always over $2,000 now. That's the new normal.
A solid,
And,
a good rent. Your rent is covered.
Yesterday's biggest payouts. We got another 6-figure payout from Jake. Not from Jake, but that's the third 6-figure payout in the last 2 weeks. So payouts are getting a lot bigger too.
Great
Jason,
job.
77,000. Anonymous. Eddie, you want to do anonymous?
Do we have
Yes,
multiple anonymouses?
Oh yeah,
What's
we have them all. They all come in, and we can talk to them. We can't show them. So they come on.
I had 58,590. I was watching the show yesterday. Had a great day. You got to really follow along if you want to make money here at Top. Back to you, JD.
Thanks, Anonymous.
Thank you, Anonymous Hamster. All right,
You were there. Had him on the line right away. Man,
I told you right there. They just don't want their name out there, but their voice, no problem.
they're on the line all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Knew that.
29,125 for Andy from a pair of XFAs, and Timothy 28,350 out of 5 XFAs. All right, I'll be back in a little bit with that hot streaks list, guys.
Thank you, JD. Thank you, Anonymous. Oh man, that gets me. Okay, markets are moving here, guys. Jay need to take a walk. Nick need to take a walk. MP's talking about popping a 2-win. It's one of those days. Feels like
I'm
Michael
not even
Chase-
thinking about trade decisions too, and I feel FOMO and emotion. That's what's
Shoulda
crazy
won.
about this business. Yeah, it's a
We
shoulda,
are-
coulda, woulda.
Hey, we're up on the day, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, house accounts.
You definitely want to maximize opportunities when you have them, especially when they're A plus setups. Dr. Steenbarger was talking about this yesterday, right? Knowing when to lean into your A plus setups, because you should be fully allocated to those. So there is still some review of what happened here, right? Why are we hesitating at certain points and not getting fully allocated to trades? Dakota talked about that last time I was on Fast Markets with him, right? Where if we call out a good setup, it's kind of doing ourselves a disservice to be in a one lot. So getting to the point where you can say, hey, yeah, this is where I'm confident. I'm taking 20 and I'm taking it not because of the money, but because it's a good trade. So one thing I'm taking from this, but all that said, we are still green for the day. And we got an hour left to trade.
Hour left to trade. 77% long micros, 71% long mini NASDAQ. S&P, 60% long. Both S&P mini and micro. Average price of those longs in the NASDAQ is 281. Right here, right now. Interesting.
Nick, you said OPEX week, right?
Yep.
So OPEX week, no news. News tomorrow. Do we just range, and did this range just get tighter, holding these 250s?
I mean, it would seem we're probably just going to ping pong SPX 5800 and 5850 is what I guess. So I'm trying to short here, and I may get out, but I want to see this break previous day low and go break the low. I'm just getting chopped up.
Uh-oh. It happens.
Squeaky wheel at it again, Andre.
Ooh, it was ice. I know. I'm done. I'm done. I've got, I can't see them anymore. Playing right into their hand. Right in their hands. Won't do that anymore. All right, guys, let's go around the markets. Take a look at the markets now. Last trade, 20,264 in the NQ low. The day, 20,200, call it. So about 60 points off the lows. Hell, we got about a 380 point range in the NQ so far this morning. Take a look at the ES. Last trade, 58.60. About, 20. I say about 7 points off the lows. Low of the day, 58.53. Markets are kind of consolidating. We've had a wild morning. New highs to new lows to just V-shape, V-shape, V-shape. If you like calling tops and bottoms, today is your day, but you're going to have to take some heat. It's going to be uncomfortable, like these guys are talking about Hoag and Jay, Nick. They're talking about some of the most uncomfortable trades, the most profitable. Take a look at YM here. YM very strong today, not following the NQ and ES charts. Last trade in the YM, 43,174. About 170 points off the highs there. Take a look at crude. Crude being relatively calm, all things considered. About $100.20 range there. Last trade, $70.46.
Yeah.
And gold topping out at 27.02. We saw the 2,700 handle, but we've pulled back since. Last trade, 26.88. Topstep TV.
Hey, coaches. Go ahead, Johnny.
I just want to mention something to Nick. You see all that volume at the bottom of the day session in the S&Ps?
Ooh, nice.
Which one?
Day session S&Ps.
Oh, yeah. Point of controls at the bottom.
Yeah. And I just tallied it up. I've got about 4,500 iceberg buys down there between 55 half and the low of the day. It's all iceberging down there.
Yeah, we're definitely range bound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably some options, guys. Some market makers, whatever. But tough trade. What was the count in the delta down there? My chart is gone for some reason. Let me fix it.
Between 55 and a half in the S&Ps and the low of the day, 53 quarter, 4,500 contracts traded on the bid. So those are buy iceberg orders down there. We kind of pointed it out when we were down there, and then we took out that high. But yeah, if they're still there, that's going to be a tough spot to get through.
Mm-hmm.
These days are happening more and more. Nick, the
I
V.
can show you on the chart here where it is. So there's 55 half, negative 350. That's 350 that's sold on the bid. All of them are negative down below that, and then we get down to 5,400, and there's 1,000 that occurred on the bid. So there's definitely some iceberging activity down here. We got all this negative delta of 4,500 right at the low of the day. Those are buyers down there. Those are just sitting in the weeds, just putting in bids, putting in bids, putting in bids, putting in bids, putting in bids. And then, we saw what happened once we exhausted the sellers down there. We put in the new high, and we're heading the other direction now.
Hard.
Go.
These V days are starting to show up. Like
They are,
quite a
Michael.
bit. Yeah, great read. I mean, V is for valor on this one. That's kind of what I'm saying is. Right, Dre?
If you say so, boss.
What is the definition of valor, Siri? I'll give it to
He's
you.
got to look
V
it
is
up.
for victory. Victory.
Great courage in the face of danger, especially
Okay, I
in
like
battle.
that. Okay, that
Trading.
actually
V is
worked
for
out.
vampire.
Nice guess. You got lucky with that one.
No, I didn't. I already
You
looked
gotta
it
be
up before. I
courageous.
was prepping.
You gotta be courageous. You're buying 220s, you're selling 320s. You gotta be courageous. Market's plowing right into you. It turns around.
It's usually a military term that we're trying to bring into trading, so I don't know. I think valor is actually the men and women out there defending great nations. Not a trader.
Coaches
Not a trader getting smoked on a one lot.
JD, ready when
You got
you
a question,
are.
Eddie?
I got a question for our coaches here. Do you guys use the Fibonacci indicator? And for those that don't know what it is, it's a tool that helps traders identify price levels for support and resistance. Do you guys use those at all? Chris is asking in the chat.
I don't. My fib tool is just 0, 50%, and 100%, just because I want to know where the midpoint of a move is. I don't use them often.
Okay. Nick, you use a fib?
I don't. I will every once in a while measure moves with it over time, like larger rotations, I would say on a 4-hour, but it's not something I typically do a ton of outside of randomly in my market prep.
Okay. Thank you, coaches. There you go, Chris.
Thank you, Eddie.
Speaking
I'm
of
with you guys. I
coaches,
use it to measure bigger time frame moves.
Mm-hmm.
got Coach Hoop in here. Coach Hoop with Pit Raiders.
Pit Raiders.
What's up, Hoop? So excited to
we got-
see you lead the Pit Raiders to victory.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's not forget about
Pit
Coach
Raiders.
Paul's Profiteers. Coach Paul's Profiteers
Yes.
later this week.
Oh yeah.
Coach Paul's profit. What day is that, Dre?
Oh yeah.
Friday? Ooh, am I allowed? I don't know if I'm allowed to say. Am I allowed to say? I think I just may. I think I may have just said it. I think I may have spilled the
Well,
beans.
have to be-
Stay tuned
you
this
have to
week.
just be here.
Stay tuned this week,
Right,
guys.
Andre.
Stay
We
tuned
can
this week,
rewind that,
Michael.
okay.
Stay tuned
All right,
all
no, they
week.
didn't hear anything.
They didn't hear anything. Reverse that.
Oh yeah, reverse that.
Okay.
Pit Raiders.
Well, the moment everyone's been waiting for, by far my favorite stat that JD's been giving us lately. More impressive than P&Ls, more impressive than payouts. It's more impressive than the leaderboard is the hot streaks. Has our man done it again? JD, please deliver us some good news.
We'll find out in a second.
Shizzle my
First, let's
missile.
take a look at those. Let's take a look at those
The
XFA
tease.
P&Ls real
The
quick.
tease. I love it.
The tease. We got Ryson Tacoma, 30,485 trading the NASDAQ. Big day for Ryson there. Richard trading gold and ES for a total profit of 21,559. Kaichun, pretty popular name around here, trading in 2 XFAs and a live funded account. Profited a total of $42,000 trading in his pair of XFAs. Lost about $1,000 in his live account. Still a nice day for Kaichun though. Then Mohammed and Ramsey, both trading the NASDAQ yesterday. 20,110 for Mohammed and 19,822 for Ramsey. All right. There is a story behind today's hot streaks list, guys.
No.
There is a story. When I pulled up my data boards, let's talk about this for a second. I didn't see Delesh's name on there. And my heart, seriously, it sank. So I pulled up his trade report thinking I was going to see, expecting to see just a meltdown, like just blew it out. But it turns out he just didn't trade yesterday. He took the day off.
But I kept them.
Hey, D.
I kept
It
them
was
on
the
the
right
list.
day.
D, don't do us like that, man. Gosh.
Me don't do that. I want to send Dilesh an email and tell me if he's taking a day off to let us know ahead of time. You got to treat this hot streaks list like a full-time job at this point, right?
100%.
No calling in sick, or if you're going to call in sick, you got to let us know about it, right?
So I have a question about that. So
GD.
we know Dilesh has been trading, looking for pretty small trades. I wonder if it was a planned day off, if he was just busy, or if he couldn't find 5 ticks in the NASDAQ to trade yesterday.
This is a
which
great
means
question.
he might be looking for a
Either
very
one.
particular setup.
8 hours of
We can
screen
find
time,
out.
no trade.
We could probably
Looking
find
for
out.
$2.
8 hours
Yeah.
of screen time. Incredible.
I could walk
It's
around
like sitting
block
on.
with $2 and change
It's
in
like
the
sitting
gutter.
on sitting on the next to the interstate, all the traffic, and then waiting to pick up that penny or nickel. Or I'm just teasing.
Keep
Come on,
going,
this is
Dilesh.
fun.
Keep going.
Go.
Yeah,
Don't listen to him,
for
Dilesh.
sure, 100%.
Road to 100.
100%.
Get him, Dilesh.
We can
Don't
have
stop
fun.
what you're doing. Don't
you-
stop what
you-
you're doing,
you-
Dilesh.
Don't stop what you're doing. You're doing great things.
Hey, some of those other streaks, in all seriousness, those are pretty damn impressive. Some of those other streaks,
Yeah.
31 days, 20.
Mina, Miss Consistency, picked up another $202 yesterday. Trading the MNQ, micro NASDAQ, now at 31 days, we're 77.13. Joseph had a nice $700 day trading the NASDAQ, remains our hot streaks P&L leader with a 29-day streak worth just over $11,000. Then Thayer and Vaishnav are also both sitting on 29-day heaters right now. Thayer has a total profit of $71.87 on a streak, and Vaishnav has close to $6,000 on a streak. Great job. And Dilesh, if you're listening, we're just busting your chops a little bit.
Of course.
Yeehaw!
Keep doing what you're doing. But seriously, give us a heads up next time you take a day off. We're worried about
Yeah.
you.
We're scared. Cal Ripken.
All right.
Cal Ripken's
Catch
streak
you guys
is
in
still
a few
intact.
minutes.
Thank goodness.
Andre, what number was Cal Ripken? Quick.
Oh, Cal Ripken was number 9.
Ooh.
Eight.
Number
8. Cal Ripken's 8. Cal is 8. Cal is 8.
I was saying, for some reason, my head went to 18, but I feel like it's 8.
You guys know the Kevin Costner story? Look it up.
No, tell us.
Let's just look it up. Kevin Costner story during Cal Ripken's
Okay, well,
streak.
I'm gonna roll it into Kevin Costner. Anybody here watch Horizon? Banana awesome.
Yeah. He was trying to get me to
Love
watch
it.
this.
Yeah. Like if you like Yellowstone, you'll like the America Saga or whatever the first chapter is. I think it's great. I don't know how much of it's telling whatever actually happened, but
Jay, I was at Yankee Stadium for his farewell tour. They
He
had
got
a
on the horse?
big.
Is that when he got on the horse and
He
rode
was
around
on
this?
the horse. Cal Ripken.
Yeah.
They put on a really nice farewell show for him.
Oh,
Pretty
ball
cool.
player. Yeah. Look up the Cal Ripken story. Or the Kevin Costner Cal Ripken. It's a little bit tinfoil hat type thing, but neither party's ever denied it. So
you know the small ball game, chip away, chip away. I always be like, and then I'd say in my analogy, you'd be like, yeah, like Chipper Jones. But then Eddie, one time you're like, actually, he was a slugger.
Well, you
I don't
want
know,
something
like
like Rod Crew, Pete Rose, that
There
just
you
went
go.
for base hit. And obviously one of them made the Hall of Fame, but the other one didn't. I don't know, hit for average. That's what you want to do. You don't want to sit the bench more than you need to. You want to be on base. Same thing with trading.
all right.
Base
we
hits win ball
got
games.
base hits do win ball games.
Small ball,
Be right back.
as they call it.
BRB MP says, all right, while MP's getting some more water or some coffee, we got hot streaks, we got Eddie. I think we're a little bit behind, but I do know that we have some more announcements from Eddie coming up. Eddie, when you're ready, please jump on in.
Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, I do. Hey, if you were one of the 50 Bell to Beller viewers who was drafted by Coach Oops, Pit Raiders, you've got an email. You got an email yesterday regarding this, and what's going to happen is there's going to be details about the next steps, what you need to do. Also, as Andreas did mention, we're adding one more team, Coach Paul's Profiteers Yard, the Profiteers. By the end of the week, we're going to have 5 VIP teams with 50 players each. So what you got to do is stay tuned here to Topstep TV for your chance to get into this Profiteers Coach Paul's team. We're going to be dropping in checkout forms periodically. We're going to be getting to this very soon. And those who check in with the most have the highest chances of getting a VIP spot, right? So those who check in the most have the highest chances of getting a VIP spot. Everybody's got a chance, but you want more chances to get in on that team. Also, have you been wanting to trade with Topstep TV? Well, we've got our new segment, Trading with Topstep. And today, we've got Stanley. Stanley's going to be with us here. Brooklyn Stanley, Stanley P. You know him. He's going to be here today to trade with KV this afternoon. So stick around. I'm going to post a link if you want to be part of that, if you want to join in, trade with Topstep. Also, if you'd like to follow us on Instagram or Twitter, or if you want to call it X, I've got 2 links for that also. We want to keep up with what we're doing, not necessarily all the time regarding markets. We have some fun on these sites. So join up. I'm going to give the links on all 3 of those. And Andre, that is what I've got so far today. Back to you.
Thank you, Eddie.
You're welcome.
Hey,
Just had some selling coming
Nick.
here.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just talking to
What do
crude.
you-
Just look below 70 real quick. Looks like volume picking up in crude a little, but I don't see a trade. So go ahead, MP.
No, I was going to talk about something not market related.
Oh,
What? What was it?
I mean,
Well,
we're-
with Nick, I
we're-
was going to ask him. He's a Texas guy. Are you a Zach Bryan fan?
Oh, wow.
I don't even know who Zach Bryan is.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't listen to new country at all anymore, and I just listen to his.
I really
stuff. It's
don't either.
Actually, pretty good.
I mean, outside
It's
of
crazy.
the fact
I know
I
who
throw
Zach
on
Bryan
the
is.
country radio on like Spotify or something, and somebody new pops up. But most of the time, it's like my own playlists, and those are like Kenny Chesney, Eric Church, and I guess more
Well, I
seasoned
figured you'd
artists.
catch
So
on
I don't
to
know who the new
all-
people are.
Speaking MP's
I figured
language there,
anybody
Nick.
driving with their
I'm
windows
not
down
bad.
in Texas, everybody driving with their windows down in Texas, you know all the country music singers.
I just don't listen to like today's country. I guess it's like I have my guys that I listened to in like high school and college, and it's been that way ever since. Chris Stapleton's probably the newest one that I throw in there.
And tattoo.
I think that's might be all we can do there.
Not all people in Texas listen to country. I know that. I'm from
That
Nebraska.
is true.
Yes.
Oh, an old hoedown, Michael. Is that what you guys call it?
Yeah.
Hoedown?
Old
Hoedown,
Coach Jay,
line
what's your
dance.
favorite Zach Bryan song?
Yeah.
not even gonna act like I know one of them. I've heard
But
his
you
name
know him.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
Jelly Roll. I've heard Jelly.
So
Jelly
you
Roll's
like
in
Jelly Roll. He's a good
Jelly
guy,
Roll's in
man.
Chicago.
He's a real good guy.
Oh man. I'm peeking square dance. Oh, he's done some square dance in
Cor-
his day.
Correction,
Oh,
MP.
yeah.
I did not know who
Old-
Zach Bryan was. I thought you were saying Zach Brown. I know who Zach
Yeah, I
Brown is.
originally
not Zach
Oh.
Bryan.
that's what I thought he said.
Hold
too.
on.
I
Is
was
it
like,
Zach
no, that's
Brown
not who
or
he
Zach
means.
Bryan?
I know the real
And
deal,
Zach
Zach.
Bryan.
And people in the chat, I am a fake Texan, by the way. I was born and raised in the beaches of Southern California. So just
Yeah,
keep
he
that in
was.
mind with a grain of
Yeah,
salt
he
with
was.
anything I say, country related.
He's got an Arizona hat on right now. He's such a West
he got
Coast boy.
Blink
He's such a
182 tattoo.
Did you have a dirt bike growing up, Nick?
I literally have a beach tattoo on my forearm. Like this is,
Do you?
there's a little bit of everything in me.
That's good.
All right, let's get back to these markets. I do know we have a VIP update coming up shortly. Thank you. Wow, JD. Simpatico, JD. That was very well done. 50-50 on the tilt right now. But if we are ready, JD, we got the VIP coach, St. Lunatics, in the house, joining us on Fast Markets all day. Having great calls this morning. Mr. St. Lunatic himself. I do remember everything changed, Jay, when you said I'm going to throw a chair. Bobby Knight style.
Yep.
Lo and
Yes.
behold,
Do it.
St. Lunatic started performing. So, JD, I'll let you
Might
take
have
it
to
away
throw
from here.
another one.
JD, we got the
Yeah.
Mr. VIP. What's up, JD?
What's up, guys? How are we doing? Well, we don't have to bring Coach Jay in. He's already here. So let's just dive into it. The overall, the leaderboard overview has not changed at all since yesterday. We've still got Coach Jay's Lunatics. They're up there at the top. Started with 51 traders. 10 have finished, meaning they've passed their trading combine, got into an XFA, and are now out of the program, lost their XFA. But still 40 combines eligible for funding, sitting on a 21.5 pass rate. Just a single XFA, one single trader in an XFA at the moment. And that trader in the XFA has taken 2 payouts worth a total of $2,500. So that is a high-level overview of Coach Jay's Lunatics. We're going to do a super high-level overview of the overall top 5 because there's only one move in the top 5 from yesterday. Let's take a look at that real quick. So Monique and Travis swap positions. Monique on the Stop Hunters overtook Travis in the number 1 spot yesterday. Travis is on Coach Jay's Lunatics. He had a bit of a drawdown, rough day, almost $3,000 in drawdown yesterday. We're going to take a look at his trading card in just a few minutes. But I gave Coach Jay a heads up that we're going to talk about this guy. So we're going to talk about him. Rest of the top 5, still the same. Stop Hunters sort of dominating the top 5 right now. 3 traders at the top of the leaderboard. Here is Coach Jay's Lunatics top 5. We've got Travis F. still at the top. He's only trader in an XFA at the moment. He's taken 2 payouts worth $2,500 trading the MNQ. The other day, he had a balance of just over $4,000 and took a pretty sizable hit yesterday. Just $1,000 away from hitting that max drawdown and possibly losing this XFA. So, Jay, when I pull up that trading card for Travis, we're going to talk through it, maybe give him a shout out, see if he's listening. Then we've got Dana. Dana's getting real close to passing this XFA, but I took a look at her trade account. He hasn't traded since October 5th. Jay, you said you talked to her yesterday. Maybe we could, what did Dana have to say? Is she just sitting on the sidelines?
Yeah, so
trading different accounts?
The one trading different accounts, JD, Dana has not reset that VIP account since we started the program. So it's the same account since July, which I think is pretty awesome. When we looked at her trade report yesterday, there were some weeks where she just did not trade that account. And we spoke about that. And, I talked to her about focusing on one account, especially when you have one this close to, trading other combines and, making different levels of success. But focusing on this account because it's being so close, and also not being afraid of trading that account because it's close to the goal, right? Sometimes people can hesitate because you're right there. You want that one perfect trade. But it's a pattern that I've seen in her trading where she takes a week off from that account, comes back and trades it really well. So I don't want to change that. So we'll see. Maybe she's trading in it today. But definitely being patient. I love the fact that there's no resets on that account since July.
Awesome. Yeah. And only about $100 away from passing this combine. Jack P down there in the 4th spot. I also took a look. He has not reset that account in over 40 trading days. So Jack P's been in that trading combine since August 22nd, I believe. Getting real close. Having a little trouble getting over that finish line, but that happens, right?
Yeah, hopefully what happens is that the trading that they do in these accounts, right, holding these accounts for so long is the type of trading that they carry over into the XFA and not get to the point where it's, I can make real money for this. Let me rush and try to make, 20 grand in a week. Because this is consistent. And I think we have a couple of traders that are doing that where they're not at that XFA level yet, but they're trading consistently in these accounts. We got one Melissa in the chat. She just said, "Hey, I wonder why my name isn't up there." It'll be up there soon, Melissa, I'm sure. She's been having some pretty good days as well.
Oh, let me take a look. Well, we'll go back to that.
Coach before. Yeah.
Must have been
That's why we started this, because we know we have great coaches. Coach Jay's been on here all morning talking about trades, talking them out. He's working with folks. And I don't know how much better you can get than to like get this, and then also to get invited. It's an invite only right now. On the team with a coach, Coach Hoog is the new Pit Raiders coach. What is it, Coach Paul with
Profiteers?
This is an investment. I mean, it costs Topstep from the very start, all the data, the licensing, the coach's time, all that. These are coaches that, are great coaches. So it's not like they're just like, hey, I'm going to do this out of the kindness of my heart. I wouldn't. Your time is valuable. So we pay all that. We cover it all. That's our way of putting traders that trade with us, that are loyal to sticking with us, that are here all the time, into the best position we possibly can. So somebody said, when does VIP stop? So far, there's no end to the VIP road.
Wow, no end in sight.
But there are more coaches that we are vetting to have that leadership that Coach Jay is sharing, and his teammates or his traders on his team can get behind and feel like they're being supported or helped in the right direction.
Like that.
No, 12HM hustle. We are never doing that.
All right, Coach Jay, you ready to talk about Travis for a minute or so?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's pull up that trading card for Travis. Travis, the lone XFA trader on the Lunatics. That says 27 winning. It says winning day percent of 27. It should be 85% winning days. 27 days complete in this XFA, 85% winning days. But I was just taking a glance at his trade report. Those losing days that he's had, average winning days, $500, but those down days, $2,800 yesterday, $1,400 on the 10th, $3,100 back in September, late September. He doesn't have a lot of losing days, but those losing days are huge. And I only see his biggest winning day at about $1,400, $1,600, biggest winning day. So our risk to reward is a little bit inverted. Average winner 73, average loser 93. Just a tad inverted. But what can we say to Travis right now to get him back on track? Just about $1,000 away from losing this XFA.
Trade it like it's a 50K account, right? Where you still have a decent balance in there to continue to trade and dig yourself out of the hole. But you have to make an adjustment, Travis, if you're listening. Go back to trading micros. I know you were trading them for a little while, and set that personal daily loss limit. And what I would say is don't think about where the account was because it's not there now, right? It's where it is right now. You have to focus on the present and just take good trades. You could take a good trade and still lose the account. So the goal isn't to try to recover this. The goal is to continue to take good trades and see what the market presents to you, and not try to rush. So scale down. We talked about having a personal daily loss limit in the accounts. Try to set one and keep it. But this account is not done, right? It's still alive. You still got $1,000.
Yep. Rebuild that cushion. Stay away from Club DLL, as Jack would put it. Club DLL, stay away from it. All right, Travis, hope you're listening. Let's pull up that card for Johnny S. now, real quick. We'll get out of here. All right. Johnny, next closest trader behind Dana to finishing the trading combine, moving into that funded level account. Just about $2,000 away from it. Average winning day, $182. Winning day percentage, 93. He's getting real close. Jay, when's the last time you talked to Johnny? Have you talked to Johnny?
That's a good question. So I've been attaching Discord names to real names, and I think I have most of them figured out. I don't know that I've spoken to Johnny, but I love this card. 93% winning days. Obviously trading reasonable size for these accounts, mostly in the micros. I would say the one comment I have on here is just take NQ off the list of products you trade. Trade it in the NQ. It makes sense for the account size that you're trading. And it sounds like you're close to passing. Again, we talk in that chat all the time about not focusing on that goal and just taking the next trade. We have a couple of traders who are a couple $100 away, and we saw it with Stanley the other day, right? 62 cents away from passing, and so focused on the goal that you start making decisions that pull you further away from it. So focus on the next trade, and you'll be fine.
Yep. John, you got a little closer to that mark, and we'll bring you out for Pass with the Pros VIP edition. That sounds like a plan.
Oh, heck yeah. Mm-hmm.
How close is he, JD?
Just under. He needs about $1,800 to pass. So get that under 1,000, and we'll make a day of it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's what we got for you today. Any words of wisdom for the rest of your lunatics, Coach Jay? We'll bust out of here.
I just want to give a shout out to M. She welcomed a new baby daughter about 2 weeks ago and got right back into trading. She shared her joined the VIP segment yesterday, VIP voice call, and shared her account. 12 winning days in that account since having the baby. And
excellent.
What we talked about, 12 winning days in a row. So keep that consistency. And we talked about her having, obviously less time to trade because, you're worried about being a mother. Not such a bad thing, right? You focus, get your work done, and get out of there. And your trading is very consistent. So keep that up. And she's in the chat as well. So shout out to you. And you had a really good day today as well. I think a $1,300 day in that combine today. So keep doing that.
Congratulations.
I mean, bravo. Having a newborn and 12 winning days in a row.
Yeah. Nick, will your baby bring you 12 winning days in a row when you have your
No, my baby will be taking me a much needed day or weeks, month, whatever of rest and time away from markets for a little bit. Because I think I need it, to be honest. I have been
100%.
I have been heads down trading full time for a year and grinding with no other income source for the last 12 months. So I think it's time to reflect, pat myself on the back and
100%
move forward after that. Enjoy a little much needed time for Nick.
Took the plunge.
Baby come out with his hand out. Pay me, daddy.
It's a girl, man. So that's going to happen.
Yeah, princess.
That first payout is already accounted for, Nick.
Yeah.
Right?
First payout, yes.
My wife still got a measuring tape out doing stuff. So it's like the next 10 payouts are taken care of already with other things.
So good.
All right, guys, I'm going to dip out of here. Nice job, Jay. I'll be back with the leaderboard in just a few minutes, guys.
Thanks, JD.
Thank you. Thanks, JD. Great stuff. Coach Jay. St. Louis. Uh-oh.
Hey, we just got this coming in here today on Power Hour. We got Coach Dakota and David Green. Also, question in the chat. Yes, Stanley's going to be with us here for our 1 o'clock session, our new session, Trade with Topstep. Back to you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie. All right, we got about 40 minutes left here in Fast Market. Still got the Euro close coming up. We got some leaderboard. We got some jab. We got the Series 3. Not so pop quiz coming up. Those questions have been getting a little bit more difficult, at least from my end, my perspective.
Oh, Topstep pop quiz is back?
No. Whoa, Michael, be careful.
Slow the roll there, MP. Slow the roll.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
Robert Cooney's now.
We'll fix that right up here, right now.
We edited that. We cut that up.
There you go. Okay, we're okay. They didn't hear nothing.
Series 3 pop quiz. Well, yeah,
I'm taking
we got something really exciting coming up here, MP. I don't know if you saw this, but people are asking about the VIP. Is the VIP over? No, the VIP is not over. The VIP is just getting started. I am very, very happy and excited to announce, after Coach Paul's Profiteers, our next coach is for the VIP is going to be none other than Coach Dakota. Coach Dakota is going to be a VIP coach in the VIP program at Topstep. We're not going to say yeah. So gracious. He's
know that.
Coach Dakota is going to be VIP. I'm not going to say
again,
when.
This is complimentary. Invites. You got to get an invite, which means you got to just be a pretty cool trader. That's like a sponge on the wall that's trying to work, day in and day out, jab away at life. Does not have a track record at all of giving our support team any crap. Has a track record of being coachable. Is in Discord, is in TopstepTV. I mean, these aren't hard things to do. These are all, if you're doing all those things and you're here, I think you're moving the ball forward. Hopefully your coach can help move it a little bit quicker and help you get to where you're going. So, yeah. Another one, if you've never been paid out if you've never been funded, some stuff like that gives you a higher probability of getting a VIP invite.
Yeah, we're not going to say when. It's coming in the future. Soon. Maybe shortly.
This is really all dress rehearsal too, guys, for what we're looking to do eventually is the Top Step Trading League. And then, that's on the horizon.
Anyone scoping out any trades here?
Yeah, we should.
No.
Yeah, it's coming up here. Nothing?
I'm looking for a potential short just back into the range if we reject at these highs again. Maybe around these 330s. Want to keep it pretty cheap.
That price again. Price worked the first time.
Yep.
20,330.
Hey, who passed
And the
your
idea behind
combine
this one is
today?
just staying in that range.
%71 long in the NASDAQ. 70% long in the NASDAQ now. Average price. 20,305.
How's the Dow doing, Andre? That took off.
Dow did take off.
Cooling off a
got
little
down
bit here now.
Around 50-50 right now. But yeah, Dow shot out of a cannon. $330. Did we ever get to the 30s there, Jay?
No, we didn't. We had 326.
Okay.
326. It's one of those where you just click the button if it's close, but I'm fine not being in that trade. And L just says every time I feel confident with my longs, you say you're looking for a short. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read what the price action says. I don't want to.
No, you never have to apologize in the game of trading. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's on their own personal journey, their own path. This is just information that passes through your ears. You are the deciding factor of when you click whatever.
What I was saying before, United Healthcare is up 3%, so of course the Dow is going to the stratosphere.
Oh, that's the Dow's Nvidia, huh?
That is, I believe it's bigger to the Dow than Nvidia is to the NASDAQ. That is how wonky the Dow is. And it's only because it's, 500 and something points. That's not something that'll be on the Series 3, but if no one's in a trade here, call it out. But it's crunch time for me.
Oh, great. Yes, it is Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So before this question, I have a bone to pick with the Securities Institute. I took their program and practice test and did really well on the practice test. They then have this green light exam guarantee where they give you this one test and you can only take it once in real time. And it's if you pass that within 5 days of the test, they guarantee you'll pass the test or you get the money back. Here's something they don't tell you. The test they give you is freaking impossible. Literally, I was scoring well above pass on their other practice final exams, and then the one where you can get your money back, it brought in, this is a question for the Series 3, Michael. Are there still single stock futures questions on the Series 3?
I did not have any. No, but they also
I didn't have any
on
either.
the study guide, on my Kaplan study guide, which is absolutely garbage. And Kaplan emailed me yesterday with their stupid, take a survey, and I emailed them back not taking a survey because it went right to their customer support. I said, you have misspellings and errors and blah blah blah. And I studied for this test, and I shared you guys all that on here. These study companies are pretty garbage.
I'm going to take it. I'm 90% sure I'm going to pass on Friday, but that friggin' green light exam had me rattled yesterday. It started asking a bunch of questions about single stock futures, which don't exist anymore. A bunch of things with Euro-dollar spreads and things that have never been mentioned. It was a bunch of BS. So they don't want to give away those refunds. But with that, here's a question that could be on the Series 3.
Oh, boy.
Not about single stock futures. Operators of commodity investment clubs are exempt from registration as a CPO, a commodity pool operator, so long as all of the following are met, except A, the operator does not receive compensation for operating the club.
No.
B, the operator manages only one commodity pool at any one time. C, the operator does not advertise the club Or D, the operator of the club does not incur any expenses on behalf of the club for which reimbursement would be necessary. You're welcome.
What is this?
Operators
What
of
is all this
commodity-
jibber jabber?
Yeah, operators of commodity investment club are exempt from registration
I put
so long as all the following.
Hey, London close in 5 minutes.
Let's break
Wow,
this
this
down.
is on your test?
Yeah.
These are kind
I
of
have
things
no
on
idea.
yours?
I have literally no idea.
I got B.
All
You
right.
can manage one.
Let's walk through
Oh,
this.
except. Phew.
Here
I'm nervous
is
now.
accept. Here is how I would go through this. All right. Commodity pool operators, you can be exempt from it if you're an investment club. Now, there are guidelines that you have to file. For instance, if you operate a pool with more than $400,000 in assets of the combined pools,
Under 15 people.
15 people
What did we
besides
say?
close family members. Since this is a tough one, let's walk through it. Let's show the answer.
A?
I think it's C.
I think it's C.
Nope.
Oh, it's D?
They're all
The
wrong.
answer is
It's B.
D. So let's think about it this
D.
way.
Holy moly.
Here are some of the qualifications for being
Toast.
exempt. You cannot advertise the club and be exempt. So no C. You have to manage one pool at any particular time. So B is good. The operator does not receive compensation from the club. You can't be paid like a salary to run the club. However, you can get reimbursement for expenses, sort of like if you had a softball team that needed to buy a bat or something like that. So that's the one thing that you would still be eligible for exemption.
Huh.
You're on a
Right.
You're
Well,
on
I'm
a
gonna go with Bob
investing
R.
club?
I'm gonna go with Bob R's strategy in the chat. When all else fails, go with the longest paragraph. I might have to go with that one.
That's not a bad one.
Indeed.
Wow.
I copied some of the questions. I'll come in with them at some point from this green light test that I missed, and they are absurd. They don't want to send those reimbursements. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pass this test on Friday, but thanks for rattling my psyche.
I didn't see anything about investing clubs. Everything's stuck around the actual like CTA, CPOs, APs, IBs, FCMs, guaranteed FCMs, exchanges, all the way up to regulatory.
Clearinghouses,
Reg-
CTFC,
clearing- yeah.
NFA,
It goes.
so many letters,
Yeah.
all good stuff. All right.
Thanks, Jack.
Tomorrow will be my last Series 3 on there before I take it, and then I'll pass
well,
it on
and
to
then
someone else.
You got
Study
it.
up on like an AP giving a power of attorney to do something in accounts, stuff like that. Like, I think they have to have
you
like
need-
2 years or
you
something.
need- Yeah, you need to be an associated person for 2 years to exert discretionary control over an account.
Yeah.
And you need a power of attorney to do that. However,
2 years.
you can give like a disregard the tape order, and then you do not need it if they tell you to buy for crude
Oh my
or
God, you're so
something
ready.
at where you think it's
Jack is so ready for this.
where you want.
I know.
We'll see. I scored a 69 on that friggin' green light exam, where a 70 would have got me my money back, but
So you aced it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got an 87. I got an 87 on the other 2 practice tests, so I think that's more in line. But
Good luck,
no
Jack.
cocky. You gotta do the
Got
work.
it, Jack.
All right, good job, guys. Let's find some trades.
Thanks, Jack.
Wow.
Oh boy. All right, last trade
Yeah,
20,308
2 years,
in the NQ. I know Jay was looking for perhaps a short up around 330s. Never got up there. Got it. I'm gonna have to, Dolby. I am taking notes. This is becoming crunch time. Last trade, the ES 58.69, about 6 points off the highs. What's up,
That
Jay?
question killed my optimism about taking the Series 3 next week.
Dude.
Just being honest.
The math
And you're
stuff, I think everyone should be okay with. It's knowing the random intricacies of these regulations that got to me. Nick, we were joking about it on Twitter yesterday, but with all the different acronyms and knowing which one is attached to which, it's almost like just commit that stuff to memory, which is what I'm doing over the next 2 weeks to take it again.
VIP update. Ooh. We got a cool Topstep X feature release info from. Oh yeah, Gabe. When you're ready, it's just a repeat, just a reminder from earlier this week. All right, Europe has closed. That is behind us. We got about 27 minutes left in fast markets. Again, everyone positive right now. Everyone positive, but begrudgingly positive. Feels like maybe we've left some chips on the table, some profits in on the table.
Doji 1 Kenobi. This percent long or short is cool on the stats. You talk about tilt? Because yes, that's what I've been talking about all morning. I do think, or that's why we wanted to pump that data back to people. So find out if somebody thinks it's cool enough to learn from and help their understanding.
Oh, tilt
strategy.
is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is green, Andre. Indeed, Sully, you are right. Green is green. Can't go broke taking profits.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Part of trading. Like, man, there's some good calls out there.
All right, gentlemen, we ready for this little quick Topstep X update?
Yeah, jump on in. I'll jump off real quick.
Let's go. All right, let me full screen this chart for you guys. Give Andre a second to go grab some water. We've got a couple quick things. We talked about this on Monday. I want to just revisit this just to make sure everybody is well aware. But we have a new electronic trading hours and regular trading hours toggle feature in Topstep X, plus 3 new micro futures products. So the first thing, let me cover these futures products real fast with you. We have micro copper, micro natural gas, and micro British pound. So you've got the codes there for you: MHG for copper, MNG for natural gas, and M6B for micro British pound. Smaller contracts, potentially bigger opportunities, easier to scale in and out. Great for sharpening your strategy. In terms of the toggle feature, let me go ahead and show you where it's at in the platform. It's on the right-hand side on the bottom corner of your chart, right next to the clock and the time zone and some of the other toggles like the auto scaling. You've got the extended trading hours, ETH button. From there, you can also select regular trading hours. This is the quickest way to access this menu and toggle. Once again, regular trading hours really just provides you the standard hours of the market that you're trading. So for instance, for the indexes or the indices, you'd be looking at the 8:30 a.m. Central open to 3 p.m. Central close. For the extended hours, of course, you're going to have the potentially up to the 24-hour market that we've got, so including the Globex session. But why that could be potentially helpful for you or important for you is being able to spot areas with more liquidity and volatility, identifying patterns with a complete market view, potentially impacting your decision making, and just adjusting your approach, giving you more flexibility to fit market conditions and your trading style. But that's it for the toggle feature. One more thing I want to point out is last night they did add one more performance stat. Looks like mine didn't get the update. Man, did I get skipped? I think I got skipped. But in the bottom right corner, you guys should see a new update for you. If you go into your performance dashboard, you should see a percent of long versus short. It's going to show you what you favor more. So it should be kind of right in this corner. They've got a new one that they added. I must have gotten skipped. I don't know what the hell happened there, but I got left out there in the corner. So somebody else. Let me actually switch over to somebody else's chart. Yeah, let me go to Andre's.
Put over mine real quick.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's much more.
23 shorts, 23 longs. Keep in mind, this is my reversal challenge. This is my reversal
50,
challenge
50,
account.
huh?
50. It's my reversal challenge.
Just like
account.
Very,
yes.
Very Switzerland of you. Never
23 longs, 23 shorts. Oh, that's called even, Michael. I don't have a bias. I'm not biased long or short either way. How about that, MP? But that is what they're talking about. Pretty cool stuff.
Floating through the world. I got it.
Andre, if you had to guess with your trading, right, when it's all your discretionary decisions, which way would you say you would lean, to the long side, short side?
Long.
Sure. Yep.
He's always been the one. Yeah. There's a natural bid. You always tell me there's a natural bid in the market.
COVID broke me. COVID broke me. I used to be a bear, and then
Every trader that's
the
been
way we
trading a long time
rallied,
turns into
the way we
bear.
rallied after COVID, I said there's greater forces at work here than just fundamentals, if you will. So yes,
Right.
Yeah,
COVID
it's
broke me
called
and turned me.
it's called the 15th and the 1st of the month where every
Yep.
paycheck gets a little percentage of
Yep.
that sweeps into the markets.
100%. Yes. We couldn't stay limit down. Why was it? Penn Gaming was making all-time highs during COVID when no one was playing sports. Why Royal Caribbean was all-time highs. I'm like, all right. It's Purple Bowl now. Anyways, all right, let's get back to these markets. Hoag, haven't heard from you in a minute.
I'm here.
I know. You taking any trades, Hoag?
Nope.
Nothing doing. Diddling in the middle right now. In the NQ 20,304. Okay, so let's talk about that opening range trade. Dead ass high. But we did come back. When you see markets like this, it does look like a Dorito Dolby. Where's Dorito? Look in the 5 minute.
does.
Hoag, what do you see? What are you seeing there, Hoag, on the NQ and the ES? To your choice.
Well, it's looking very, very range bound right now. Yeah, it's created Dolby Doritos, of course. That move back to the opening range in the NASDAQ was probably one of the better opportunities because it was so cheap. Do we go back to the well if we get back up there? Who knows? One thing I do want to point out in the Dow left a failed upside auction above the initial balance, and it is rotating lower now as we speak. S&P's range bound, still really looking at those buyers that came in on those lows. We finally have moved the point of control higher, which is an indication that buyers are winning. Initially, the point of control was all the way down here at 55 half, which was right below that was where all those buy iceberg orders were. We took another look down there. We've rejected. We're now back at the high. We've moved the point of control, the volume point of control higher, which indicates that buyers are winning the game here in the S&Ps. But, what do we got? We got a 22.25 point range here. Not a big range. Are we going to go back into value and re-accept value and roll higher? Right now, it just looks like this market is waiting for information. I think both these markets are waiting for information. One of the things that we had happen in gold today was we initially had a failed downside auction in gold. Let me see if I can find that. Here it is. And it extended the range. And where did it extend the range to? So this is something that we don't really see all that much. We did have a failed upside auction earlier. Initial balance high, initial balance low. Where did the market trade down to? It traded to close the session gap from yesterday. And it also
John, what were the
traded
initial balance highs and lows prices?
Initial balance high in gold was 2,701.20, 700.0120. Low of the initial balance was 2,692.70. Once it broke the low of the initial balance, it was probably looking to close the gap to yesterday's high, which was a weak high. So it closed the gap, and it also doubled the initial balance. You see this dark blue line here is the initial balance. It's the range for the first hour. The light blue is 50% of the initial balance, and the gray, the end of the gray down here at 26.8420 is twice the initial balance. So we've doubled the initial balance on the low, rejected yesterday's range. I'm looking for this market to potentially rotate higher. But right now it's looking very range bound because, of course, the market has traded above and below the initial balance. So there's a tendency for the market to remain somewhat range bound. We're seeing crude oil also looking to the downside here, at least initially. Let's see what the profile looks like. And, initial balance high, 71 bucks. Initial balance low, $70.26. Almost to twice the initial balance low. Our current low is 69.64. The market, continues to try and push to the downside here. I'm kind of thinking with the current range we have, we may have our extremes in for the day unless something goofy happens, unless something unexpected happens in the world. And of course, we all pray that that doesn't happen. And that's pretty much where we're at. You want a Mag 7 update?
Yes, please.
So NVIDIA has
take
been... Oh, go
Sorry,
ahead,
I
Jay.
did just take a quick. I took a quick scalp short just at the high of that range. I'm already out. Just trying to play the extremes of that range and see if we get any continuation. But not a trade that I like for, you know, any type of house account or anything like that. Just trying to fade the range. But
NASDAQ?
go ahead, Hoag.
The NASDAQ?
Yeah. Yep.
Probably up here near value high 20,335.
Yeah, I got in at 21. I think I took it for 5 points.
All right, good trade.
Not a big trade.
You scalpers. So NVIDIA has been somewhat range bound today. It's currently off about 0.5%, down about 0.5%. We've got Alphabet or Google is currently up about 0.2%. There's not a lot of action going on here. Amazon is down about 0.75 of a point. Let me switch to my other chart here. So we've got Apple down 1.25%. Microsoft has just come off its lows. It's currently higher on the day, I think, probably for the first time today, but only by 0.8%. Tesla down 0.25%, very small range today. And Meta down 1.63% today. And that is your update on the Mag 7. Not a lot of like directional activity in any of these Mag 7 stocks, at least.
There isn't. No trade. Okay, thanks, Hoag. Well, if you see anything, jump on in, as always. 73% long in the NQ right now. 71% long in the NQ. That jumped on me. Average price up 20,310. 20,310. Hey, JD, we got that leaderboard. JD, the most important. If you're not on the leaderboard, don't come talking to Dolby time.
Leaderboard's
ready. I know one of these guys.
Are you guys ready?
I am ready. Nick4ATick, are you ready? Are you ready to see your name on the leaderboard? I was watching Slow Markets yesterday. I'm like, you got Dakota and Nick4ATick, two of the top 5 on Topstep leaderboard on at the same time. Just great stuff. Go ahead, JD.
Let's hear a drum roll, Eddie. Let's do it.
This is a hybrid. This is a cross, bluegrass, Kentucky bluegrass, featherbed Brent, and Northern California Sensimilla. The amazing stuff about this is that you can play 36 holes on it in the afternoon, take it home and just get stoned to the bejesus belt that night on this stuff.
It's appropriate.
Fabulous movie. Just
So let's have a little bit of this. I get the big Bob Marley joint.
Cannonball coming. Here we go. All right. Speaking of Dakota and Nick4ATick, there they are. Dakota in 5th place, Nick4ATick in 8th. They both dropped a couple spots. Dakota was in 3rd yesterday. Nick was in 5th, but that is all right. We did have a couple big movers in the top 10. We got Brian B. made about $52,000 trading the S&P and crude oil yesterday to make it back into the top 10. He was in 19th place yesterday. And then Diana down there in 10th place. Diana made it up from 56th place yesterday. She's trading in 5 XFAs and a live funded account. It was her first day in 3 of those XFAs. In those 3 accounts, she made about $40,000 and then another 10 grand across her other 2 XFAs and the live funded account. So got a nice bump up on the list. 46 position bump for Diana, now in the top 10. Welcome to the club, Diana. Our biggest mover of the day is down there in 23rd place, Kaichun. Kaichun was on our XFA P&L list earlier this morning. He was trading in a pair of XFAs yesterday, profited a total of $42,000 trading the NASDAQ. So those numbers were good enough to move up 76 positions on the list. That's a bump from 99th place all the way up to 23rd. And Kaichun's been around for a while. This is not his first time climbing up the list. He's had to fight his way back quite a few times, actually. He's also trading in a live funded account. If I didn't mention that earlier. Expect to see him moving a little higher in these new XFAs. So get your cameras ready. take your snapshots, screenshots, whatever you got to do. We're going to keep this list up there for just a couple more seconds, and then I'm out of here, guys.
Oh, now you see it.
Get your cameras ready.
You don't. Yeah. Leaderboard, Michael. A lot of green on that leaderboard. Love to see it.
A lot of green on the leaderboard.
Good to see.
All right,
Good
guys.
to see.
I will catch you later.
Nick, how long have you been in that top 10?
Well, I've been in my live account since January, so I basically have been in the top 10 since the inception of the top 10.
Founding father.
Blown tons of XFAs in that time, but that live account is still going strong.
It's your baby.
It's the one that matters.
Well, that's there's going to be some to that point. To that point,
there's a logic to my
some,
madness too. I guess I can say that too. I take payouts and keep my XFA balance low a lot of the time, so it's like I don't give myself a ton of wiggle room to grow those accounts in the first place, for the way I have with my live account.
So I want to float an idea then to you, because I talked to Dakota about this yesterday, and this is what we're looking to change or improve, I should say. If you're on a live account, we want our traders focusing only on the live account. That means no evaluation and no XFA.
Sure.
This has been the holy goal reason, the end of the rainbow to the live trading. So if you get to that, so I'm asking you, and like I get how everybody's doing it now. It's not in the spirit, nor is it the end goal to have people be all over if they're at the live account. So we have a lot of people at the live account. And we want them, because they've reached a professional level, call it the end of the rainbow, call it the pinnacle, to focus only on that account until that account is whatever. If you burn the account, you burn the account. But if you get to live, we want you only focusing on live. That's kind of what we're thinking. What are your thoughts? In chat, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I would love that. I think it takes out a lot of the. It just really depends. For me, that would be awesome. I don't love the going through combines to get back to XFAs to try to work them. The only reason I even do that in the first place is a way to scale payouts for myself to pay my own bills. But if I got to match similar leverage that I get in 5 XFAs in my live account with your guys' backing, knowing I'm not an idiot and I know how to manage my own risk, then I'm all for it.
Yeah. You can get 5x, 5 XFAs, you get up there, you start trading well, you get called up live, that's a big balance you start with on your live account.
Chat don't
any
like
XFA
it.
Or any value.
Chat don't like anything.
Chat don't like it, Michael.
That's why I said it's not always gonna sit well. But guys, I honestly, this is how it should be done. If you get to the live account, you should not be in all these. This isn't a game. This is get them to the end. Get them on a live account, and if they get, a lot of people won't make it there. That's not the point. Like somebody, like majority people will not make it there. How about that? That's the name of the business. Is pretty much majority of people do not consistently make money in trading. A minority of folks do that. Small percentage. But when that small percentage gets to live, trades really well, they're on 5 accounts. They get pulled up. They got 50 grand, 20 grand, whatever grand in their life when they get pulled up.
MP. Is like, okay, at certain point, like if someone like me, I've been in the account for well over, almost 9 months, let's call it 10 months, whatever. And I have accumulated more than 30 days. I can take that entire balance, give Topstep their cut, walk away, put it in my personal account for trading if that's what I want to do. So at what point, I guess this is a larger conversation. It's like after 30 days, if you got a good trader, like how do you keep them incentivized to not do that and, want to keep growing and want to keep getting, sizing up, more leverage, whatever it is, something to keep them there versus going to a Tradeovate, to an AMP, to something else where they're just trading their own funds.
Yep.
So that's a good debate. I think we should start talking about for some traders too.
Yeah. And I think all those questions are good questions because that's where you need, when you get there and you pull money out, I'm very excited when somebody opens up a personal brokerage account and puts it in there. Now they have their funds, and if I don't know why you'd close or bury or stop your live account, because we can scale you up to different products. We can do anything a prop firm can do. We can have bigger downside, larger max position, trade options. You want to trade options, futures on options on futures. You want to do all that because you become a real professional, quote unquote, kind of partner of our prop firm. So there's going to, again, 5 accounts that if you do, or if you have one that's kicking ass, it gets pulled up. You do not have a funded account, and we may not be wanting you to be an evaluation account because we're trying to narrow your focus. And you're going to be like, no, but at the same time, you should say, yes, I've reached the pinnacle and all that kind of stuff. We're taking a different look and saying, when you're a live funded trader, we want you solely focused on live funded or live trading with the prop, solely focused on that one. And if the chips fall where they may, let the chips fall where they may. But if they fall and you lose the account, then you can bring whatever's. If you have 5 other XFAs waiting there, or 1, I would always say start with 1 and get consistently profitable on that one. Then those ones become re-enabled for you to do it. We may even add a cool-off period if you've blown through so many. You came to the funded level and you've done that. So all these things you might be thinking, no, you got to be thinking this is for. The narrowing the focus. This is for the best interest of you to slow down. I'm not saying, hey, we're going to add 10 more accounts to trade. We're going to do it instant and all. No, we're trying to develop traders into actually focusing on that live trading account when they get it, because that's what the risk management team is scouting for, looking for when they pull you up and say, hey, you are trading hella good. We want you to trade with the prop firm capital. And that's the only account you're going to focus on. So that's the thing we were talking about. Covering again all the professional data fees, so it's no cost to you. It's our investment in you if we pull you up and things like that. So these are the things that we're looking to possibly and most likely bring to the funded level. So
awesome.
Just
all right
wanted to share, and I know people. There will be people that will not like it, and there will be people that understand that the slow.
He's not saying any of this is being implemented, guys, in the chat. Like, everybody relax. We're just kind of having a conversation.
Welcome to Topstep.
He's getting my perspective of someone who's been in a live account and traded XFAs for well over a year successfully. So it's like the next evolution. Nothing is happening yet.
He definitely got the conversation going.
I think what's really cool is opening up that account to some other things, right? MP, you said trading options potentially, maybe swing trading in that live account, where some traders might be better at that, holding positions. That's and then it's a great start.
It's the evolution of like, hey, this is a real prop. What do we do next? How do we evolve this?
Exactly.
You're a real prop trader.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course everyone's
I was on the phone with Dakota yesterday. I'm like, Nick, I value your opinion, Coach Jay, because you guys understand the whole funding industry. You've risen to the top. You've held rank. And like, how do we make this better? How do we make this? This isn't a game. This is not a game. This is like the whole funding thing. I always think trading is a game because I don't want to take it to like, oh, this is 9 to 5-er, like get in there, be an athlete of the marketplace, that kind of game. But yeah, this is the thing that we're looking at, because I want to help develop traders and I want to make sure that we're pushing people in the right direction. And I really don't like people ripping through accounts and things like that. And that was never the spirit of why we started the funding industry, because we started it in 2010. It was to give people a safe place to learn, create, hone, and develop their own strategy while we get to take a look at you without having you, put money in you with you right away, or have your resume back here just because you have an uncle that we know you got a job, but or age, nepotism, and all that get played favors or not. I don't, we want to see your actual play out in the simulated world, and then you would go live like right away. That's what our whole thing was. So that's the adjustments.
Fired up.
I think the industry itself is going to be. There's going to be some adjustments in the industry in general. And it's going to be good for the individual that's actually serious about trading.
Well, it's great discussion, guys. Great fast markets overall, but it wouldn't be a fast markets unless we did our jab special. Close out fast markets. We got appreciations coming out as well just after this. But Eddie, this was some jabs. Who's crushing it today? Who's brick by brick? Who's doing it, Eddie? In this corner.
And in this corner, wearing the top step swag, the trader who does the work, strives to be successful. This can be you. And in the other corner, with the shoes on the wrong feet, wearing his underwear backwards, with trading without a plan like a damn fool. So he thinks Christmas Rap is Snoop Dogg's holiday album. Dork McPork. Now let's see our top step traders who are making those jabs, moving forward, taking every round step by step, and walking out with a victory. Let's start with Bob L. 50K combine pass, playing a counter trend side. Not that bright and more work than it should have been. Congratulations, Bob. Golf guy Mike passed his third 150K combine last night. Let's go. Zach Wheaton. I have brought the 50K XFA back. I'm about to close my 5th day on the 200 or more. Just one more day. A little bit later, Zach came back again and said, hey, I passed a 50K combine today. Seriously. And of course, Nathan Wall, I passed 350K combines. I was copy trading them. Dead ass high. Passed today. I wonder what he passed. I hope it wasn't a kidney stone. I hope it was a trading combine. And Trina, I passed my combine today. Slow and steady this go around. So great job for our traders today. And this has been Jab, Jab, Jab. Back to you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie. Love it, love it. All right, let's roll right into appreciations. Coming up to the end of fast markets. MP stirring up the chat today. Go back and watch that, MP. Chat had a lot to say.
Oh, did they? I didn't even see. I mean, it'll probably be, I don't know. I mean, it's such a small percentage of people anyway. So if everybody's turned up, probably not a right fit for Tom. I'm not saying this in a bad way, but like, you're probably not a right fit for what we're trying to do and go towards. And what we've always tried to go towards is trying to help put people on a live account. When you're on a live account, focus only on the live account, not all that path along the way that you've already completed and done well with and crushed it. Like, why do we need to have you still in all those? Just to think about that as far as a prop firm. And that's what we're trying to do. If you don't like it and all that kind of stuff, that's fair. You should, opinions are good. There's also options are good. There's options to go out there and other people, but we're going to be going a direction that's best for the prop firm and putting people on live accounts and having them only focused on that live account if they're on a live account. That's if you're on a live account. It's if. That's also a small percentage. So hopefully you look at the good of it.
Well, I hope people appreciate that. Speaking of appreciations, we're going to throw it here in the chat. Close out fast markets. We like to say, what are you appreciative for on this Wednesday? Get that graphic up there. Chat, love to know. What are you here? Appreciations. What are you thankful for today? Let us know in the chat. Chat, let's get started. Chat. What are you appreciative for? All right, with that being said, I'm going to throw to Eddie. Eddie, what are you appreciative for on this Wednesday?
You know what? I'm appreciative of this wonderful weather we've got here in Chicago. Sun is out. It's nice and cool. The doors are open. The windows are open. I'm very appreciative that weather that we're having here. Love it. I love fall. Fall is my favorite season. Back to Andre.
Yeah, fall's great. All right, Hoag, what's up, man? What are you appreciative for on this Wednesday?
Of course, always my God, my family, and my country. But I also appreciate Topstep. I appreciate Michael. I'm not trying to kiss any ass here, but it's been almost 14 years, and I'm really proud of the company and the opportunities and the community that we've put together for traders. And just think of what we've saved traders over all those years. It's just amazing. Appreciate it, and that's it, man. Appreciate it.
Well, I'm going to jump in, Andre, because I need a fast follow. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have the founding team, and that's Hoagland, Eddie, and Dre back in the 2010 days, when the goal was exactly what I just mentioned: help people develop, give an opportunity so they don't have to lose their kids' college fund, and get them to a live account. And that's what we're trying to really make sure that holds true even to today. That's what that's about. And that's why I appreciate the community and the opinions. It may not be for everybody. It's not trying to prune the community by any means, but it is trying to narrow the community down again with the ones that are focused on the same mission that we have here at Topstep. And that's what I appreciate is all those opinions. And Hoagland, you guys in the very beginning, Eddie and Dre, like I always said, we've done this before. Appreciate you guys from the foundation, setting the foundation.
You're the man. All right, go to Coach JJ. What are you appreciative for on this Wednesday?
Hoag kind of stole mine, but I'm appreciative of Topstep as well. Continuing to innovate, to think about how to change this industry, and always keeping the trader front of mind. And, we see a lot of comments about, oh, well, the business is doing that. It's not the goal of Topstep, from what I've seen and why I'm continuing to be a part of this, is to help traders and do things the right way. So I'm appreciative of that, and appreciative of this opportunity. Anytime we, get on trade in front of our, our viewers, our fellow traders, put on some trades, always good times. So I don't know what I just said there, but I appreciate it.
No, I love it. I love it.
Nick4ATick, what are you appreciative for on this Wednesday?
He's like, Wilfer, I blacked out.
Appreciative for what happened? I blacked out. I'm appreciative for MP trying to continue to innovate in this industry. For someone like me that's been in his live account forever, it does kind of perk my ears up a little bit. Like, okay, keep me. What's my new incentive to really put my focus there? So I appreciate kind of the conversation that we can have in the future around it. But then also, I'm appreciative for breaks. I'm taking a break, guys. I need a break. I'm a little burnt out. I can feel it. I can, kind of sense it in myself. So I have to move offices this weekend, and I have to be, done by Sunday for my show. So you're not going to see me until Sunday night. I'm going to, as soon as we're off here, start taking apart my desk, monitors, everything, and moving everything upstairs. So that's a terrible project. I may document it on my Instagram. It's going to be awful. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's a much needed break that I will enjoy doing.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Much deserved break for Nick4ATick. And I am appreciative, not going to lie, since we're doing the Mutual Admiration Society thing around here, I'm appreciative for the pairing of Nick4ATick and Coach Jay making their first Fast Markets appearance. This went up very, very smoothly. Great calls. We didn't take them all, but hey, great calls. And that was very enjoyable.
Great. Can we give chat a round of applause? These two together nailed it today. It was great.
Yeah,
it was a great trading day. It was a valor day.
All right.
Fees
That's
all
twice you used the word. You used that twice now. Valor. Valor. We got show some love to Nick4ATick and Coach Jay. That was a lot of fun. And coming up on the other side of the break, we got, Alex G. Joining TopstepTV for the first time, just received 5 new XFAs to complement his live funded account, trades the NASDAQ. Looking forward to this. Power players coming up the other side of the break. Let's go.
Why Topstep? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass Topstep's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a Topstep funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a Topstep funded trader today.
Yeah, let's go. Making his first appearance on Power Players and Top Step TV. We got Alex G in the house joining us from Brooklyn, New York. Alex G, you are now
So I know.
Power.
How you doing, guys?
You are now a
Doing
Power
great.
Player.
You're
Doing
here.
quite well. Dolby Time in the house as well. First question I always ask someone new to Top Step TV. Alex G, how did we find you? How did you find Top Step TV? Find Top Step for that matter.
Well, I was trading since probably 2017. A majority of the trading was in options. And then me and my friends at work, we started kind of seeing a commercial and decided to kind of explore, and ended up realizing that the futures trading, to me personally, it's much better than options. For somebody it's not, but for me, futures works better. So that's how I got involved.
What commercial did you see? Was it the one with NP in the chair, in the Matrix chair?
I don't really remember, but that was on Instagram, I think. I think that was on Instagram. Yeah.
Shout out to the marketing team.
Sure. Yeah, so that's how I started. I was not familiar with futures at all.
So you just got 5 XFAs and you have 1 live account.
Yes, sir.
How are those going so far?
Well, it didn't go too well for me in the morning because I was expecting the drop, but I was expecting this after 1 p.m. and this basically caught me off guard. So it didn't work well, but I'm hoping for another day.
Okay. Did you trade for tomorrow?
Yes, I did for sure. I know I have something left for tomorrow.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's get right into this. What's your take on the market so far, Alex? You trade the NQ, correct?
That is correct. That's my choice.
All right. Excellent. So what's your take on the movement today? We've seen some V-shape bounces from the bottom to the top to the bottom to the top. Dolby is looking like we got a bit of a wedge or Dorito formation. I'm going to get Alex G's take on what you're seeing here in the NQ, Alex.
Well, for now, I wouldn't enter any trades at this time because I want to see what's going to happen next. I still expect a drop a little bit lower, but that's probably in the second half of the day. For now, I see the market just going sideways, so I wouldn't trade in any position at this moment. I would consider something when it goes down to 20,200, 20,225, but not at this moment.
Yeah. What kind of trader would you say you are? Like, do you like ranges, breakouts, momentum, something else?
I would say I'm more of a momentum trader. So I like to catch failed moves to the downside or to the upside. I prefer to be long rather than short. So if it's a short day, sometimes I go against the trend. So basically I wait until market is exhausted to the downside, and then I will enter a position for a quick 10, 15, 20 points and rinse and repeat. So I'll do it over and over again.
Okay, cool. So you're just like looking for scalps then, like 1-to-1, 2-to-1?
Correct. Basically, yeah.
And just stack them up?
That is correct. And it works for me. I realize that when you are not in a good mental state, when you have something going on in your life, you better skip the day and don't trade at all, because that can cost you a lot of money. And I better sit on my hands, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
What would you?
Let's take a look. Go ahead, Dolby.
Yeah. I was just going to say, what would you say are some of the benefits or drawbacks of just having a fixed risk reward ratio? Do you find it easier mentally, or is it just more for the P&L and keeping the math easy?
It's probably the second option, more for P&L and math, because it's going to add up. To me, mentally, I like to have a little bit more freedom, more wiggle room, where I know that, hey, I'm not locked at, let's say, $2,000 or $3,000, because sometimes my position, once again, this is not an advice that I can give somebody to do because it can cost you an account. but it works out majority of the time for me. So even the position goes against me more than I anticipated, but if I see on a longer time frame that it's going to go back towards what I anticipated, then I will leave position run. That's probably not the right way to do, but it works for me.
Hey, if whatever works. I mean, we've learned that, you know, we've talked to multiple thousands, hundreds and thousands of traders. There's no single way to necessarily do this. So how many trades have you taken today, Alex?
Today I've been taking probably 4 or 5 trades already.
Okay.
I just set up the trading combined just for that purpose. It's $1,400 on it, so I'll try to pass it today. I think I placed like 2 trades on it for $1,400 profit.
Wow. Okay, so no, you're looking for no levels. You're looking for probably somewhere around the 225, 20,000, 225 level, if I remember, to the downside. Anything to the upside, perhaps taking a short. It seems like, Dolby, you correct me if I'm not seeing this right. It seems like 330s, 20,000, 330 seems to be upside resistance, for lack of a better phrase. Alex, what are you seeing here in terms of range? Perhaps taking a short. Are you strictly just looking buy side only?
I would take a cheap short over here, like just for a sake, but I prefer not to. But I can probably do this with a tiny risk, with a stop loss at 200 MA at 303. But I prefer to wait until it gets there to enter the short, or if it breaks one of your top step levels at 265. So if it breaks 265, I would probably enter a short at this point.
265. Oh, if we break through, so you're playing breakout. Okay, gotcha.
Correct.
So if we can bust through the 265, you get on that. Okay. All right, Dolby. Well, I got a question for the Mr. Range himself. Would it be a play to perhaps buy, small guy around the 265s? If we get stopped out, reverse into a short. I know we talk about we don't use the reverse. But essentially, if we're going to break the range, we're going to go. So you play the range until the range isn't there. Dolby, is that a strategy that can be implemented when it comes to range-bound trading? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I've done that before, but I could see that working if you're trying to switch from like a range to like a momentum play. I mean, obviously, you could easily get chopped up because if it gets back into its range, now you're stopped out twice, and that can be tough, especially like psychologically if you take 2 losers back to back that fast.
Oof.
Yes. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it's not fun. But I mean, we're in a range right now. We have a probably one of the bigger Dorito patterns that we've seen in NASDAQ recently. I mean, we're almost like a 30-minute Dorito here. So this market has not a lot of motivation to do a whole lot right now, it seems like. And buyers and sellers are content with keeping it in this tight range. If we had to do something, I would probably be more interested in longs up to, say, like 320 and then maybe short 320, just because we're staying within that shape of this little Dorito. And if it ends up breaking down, it breaks down. But for the most part, the Dorito has held up pretty good today. So, I always try to make bets that are in line with what the market has already done.
Like that.
Or doing. Yeah.
All right, Alex. Any other markets that you take a look at? Are you strictly NQ? What kind of indicators you use? Take us through your charts and what you got a lot on those charts. Well, let's go over to Alex's chart. Talk us through your charts. Talk us through your indicators and what you use to pull the trigger on trades.
I prefer as least indicators as possible because I believe when you make it complicated, that doesn't help. That just confuses you. I do use your top step levels. I love them because they work most of the time. Nice. Besides that, obviously I have a VWAP, the 200 MA, 90 MA, and 45. So that's all I have. And I'm using Bookmap on the side, which helps me a lot.
The bubbles?
The bubbles.
The levels? Yeah. Did you get into Bookmap before Rips was on Topstep TV doing the bubbles and the Bookmap thing?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it offers some pretty interesting way to visualize liquidity in the market for sure. For sure.
Right. At least you know where buyers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's Bookmap saying right now?
Yeah, what is
What
Bookmap
levels are
saying
high?
right now, Alex?
Well, right now I see a lot of buyers at 20,200, 20,175. That's why I'm kind of have a bias that it may go down there at some point, maybe end of day or during the power hour. So that's why I believe the short position would be a better bet, or at least looking for a short position when the market goes a little bit higher.
Yep. So what, like 300s, 310s, 315s, or even higher than that?
Well, what I noticed, market has a tendency to kind of break through the major moving averages like 200 MA and kind of make a fake move and then just dip below. So I would not be surprised if it goes above 302, 305 and then just dips down.
Okay. We're getting a nice little bid here, so maybe we'll actually have an opportunity to test this out and see if we can nail some shorts.
Shorts around
would it be more of like
305,
a-
Dolby? What do you think? What do we think, Alex? You mentioned 305s, 310s, I believe, Alex. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, there is some sellers at 300 and 305, 307. So it all depends if the buyers will be strong enough to absorb these orders or it's going to fail. So that is something for us to kind of wait and see. But me personally, I would not enter any position like at this particular moment because it's still moving sideways.
Okay. Well, if it gets up there, are you more of like a limit order guy or a market order guy?
I'm a market order.
Okay.
Get in there. I like it.
All right. When the level hits, let me know. I'll press the button and we'll get short at least one, maybe two, maybe five.
All right, let's give it a shot at after it passes.
Right, approaching the 300s. Now, last trade 20,300. VWAP at 305 in the NQ. Yes, staying very strong. About 4 points off the high of the day. Last trade 58.71 quarter. Pull up in the chat. You ever trade options? Yes, no, or what are my options?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. Alex traded options. Dolby's traded options. I've traded options.
I used to.
It's kind of wild. You can just open up a Robinhood account and just start trading options. That seems insane to me.
There's a
so much risk.
Robinhood.
There's so much risk in
I
options.
believe there's a Robinhood event this afternoon.
Oh, really?
Big announcement. Big announcement's coming out.
We didn't send James to the Robinhood announcement.
We need to start doing that.
Seriously,
Alex, do you watch Topstep TV often?
Yes, I do almost every day.
Who is your favorite person on Topstep TV? Who do you like? Who do you like the most, and who do you dislike the most? It's okay. We will not be offended on here.
I don't want to disrespect anyone else, but I really like Dakota. So I really like his, the way he basically his vision, how he trades. I love it.
Well, I don't know if you heard the good news or the news that Dakota's going to be coaching a VIP team soon. So, yes, Dakota, that's a great VIP. That's the team to be on. Yes, just for the Dolby VIP team. Dolby, would you like to be a VIP coach?
Just chat. You're all my children. Chat, all of you.
Yes, Alex, Dakota will be a VIP coach coming soon on Topstep. Yeah. All right. ES still pushing higher here. 58.73 last trade, about 2 points off the highs. Dow staying strong as well. NQ the weakest out of the three. Last trade 20,302. Alex, we're coming up to VWAP at 305 again. 320s. What are we thinking here?
I would hesitate, but I would just enter one contract when it goes to 308, 310 if it gets there.
Cool.
I can
we'll offer 310s and see if you get filled.
Yeah, let's see.
Like it.
And where would your stop be?
My stop would be at I guess 320.
320. Okay, yeah, that works.
I would say
Would you
320.
would you add any more at like 315s, or you just take that one and then just let it run?
That's the bad habit. I'm trying to handle myself, not to average. I probably would, but I'll try not to.
Okay.
That's a really bad habit, like seriously. Because most of the time when you average your position, you ended up just losing it.
Yeah, mess up your average. Yeah.
All right. How's account working? One at 20,310. One at 310. Last trade 307s. Yes, still staying strong. All the other markets are doing a whole heck of a lot for right now. See if we can get a pop into these 310s and just kind of fall back into range here in the NASDAQ.
Yeah, let's see if I think we're gonna get it. I could see it push up to like 315s maybe. That's why I was saying it's like going to add another one, because if we get to 315, then maybe it ends up rolling over. You're only risking a little bit. I'm a fan of averaging in. It just take a little bit of nuance, but the payoff can be really nice if you can develop a skill for it. But you're right, it does totally mess up your average. Ooh, we almost got tagged on that 310s.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
How close did we get there, Dolby?
It had to be at least a tick.
Yeah.
We had, yeah, it was. No, like a half, maybe like a half point. Damn, though. Hey, this Dorito is a good Dorito. I mean, behaving.
It was a Dorito. It's getting narrower, narrower. It's just getting, that would have been that would have been a nice little fill right there. Alex, you read it right, man.
Yeah, but it didn't fill.
Yeah, it's a game of ticks. It's a game of ticks.
Yes, it is. It's a game of ticks. Take a look at the tilt here. Nothing really showing. Got 65% long. Go ahead, Alex.
If it doesn't go according to my plan, then I'm just closing the limit order and just waiting for some other opportunity, because at this point, I'm not quite sure if it's not going to want to go higher than that, because it doesn't go lower, but it's stumbling at the same place. So I better remove the order and wait for the next opportunity up here.
So pulling it?
Well,
I would exit, yeah.
Okay. Pulling the order. If you see another spot, I will put it in for you.
Cancel.
Got it.
And Q or ES 5872. Uh-oh.
Someone, is that you, Alex?
Alex, you got it's instant. So who's watching you right now? Someone's letting you know I see you on TV, Alex. Who was it?
Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe my friends.
Okay, are your friends watching right now, Alex? Are your friends watching? Would you like to say hello?
Definitely. Hello to everyone.
Everyone. Okay, everyone.
Everyone. Yeah, everyone who knows me. But since I have a chance, I just wanted to say thank you to Topstep, because you guys were talking about appreciation before, and thanks to you, like you said, you saved a lot of money to many people, because they had a chance to learn how to trade without risking their own capital.
Yes.
So just want to say thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for taking trades with us, man. That's what it's all about. Like MP always says, I know it gets droning. We kind of goof on it now because everyone knows the story, but three $30,000 accounts will have your head, you're scratching your head saying there's got to be a better way to do this. Lo and behold.
Man, Dre, if I had $1 every time I heard that, I would have three $30,000 accounts, I think.
You got to bang that drum. But yes, like there's got to be a better way to do this. And here we are. All right, keep an eye on the ES. All right, so we did pull that order. Nice call on that, Alex. Probably would have gotten stopped. Or right about here, 320s now.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this level right here, Alex. I'm watching the ES. ES just basically just uptick to the new highs there. But Alex, what are we seeing here? 320s last trade in the NQ, Alex.
I'm watching the 341, 340. and see. I want to see how the market reacts at these levels. I would consider entering a short position between 41 and 50. It depends. It depends on what kind of orders I see on the flow.
Okay, shout out to Cody watching us all the way from South Africa. Very cool.
Beautiful country.
It is a beautiful country. Bafana, man. I went to their country for the World Cup long time ago. Yes, very good.
Nice.
All right, so look. All right, Alex, what price are we looking for?
Between 341 and 350
for a short.
50
for a short, yeah.
Cool. Put some orders in.
Yes, I like it. Hello from Scotland. Hello from the United States.
Oh, Scotland's beautiful too. I went to
Yes, it
Islay
is.
and drank so much scotch. It was incredible. Highly recommend it.
Oh man, love it, man. We're everywhere around the world. All around the world. Watching from Toronto. Very shy. Hello. We got Brooklyn in the house. We got Chicago in the house. Italy now. Everyone, let us know what country you're watching from. Topstep TV. While you do that, please click like. Please click subscribe. San Antonio, Bolivia. Very cool. La Paz. Very beautiful.
Man, international chat. I had no idea.
Yeah, we're in Topstep TV. Idaho. Wow. Been to Victor, Idaho once. Victor, Idaho. Some of the best barbecue ribs I've ever had in my life. Greetings from Earth. Man. Yes. Hong Kong. Very cool. Look at this. Didn't expect us to go around the world global shout outs, but here we are. Andrew Kim cracks me up. Sydney. Wow, this is cool. Sweden. Nice. Bronx. All right, let's get back to the trade. Trinidad and Tobago. Very cool. All right, let's get back to the trade. We are looking for 341s to Mars. Man, beat Elon to Mars. Good job.
If it gets
Never
there.
got those. 322s. Ethiopia. This is really cool. Everywhere. We were loving this. You seen this, Dolby? It's crazy.
This is crazy. I had no idea. I just thought everyone was. I thought it was just like 4,000 people, all from like the Midwest. That's what I assumed.
Bangladesh, North Wales, Mars. Very cool, man. All right, Nepal. No, Nepal. All right, we gotta get distracted here, Alex. Sorry, did not expect it to go to. Where are we from? Watching. Where
If
are we
you're
watching
from Nepal, take a picture and post it and tag us on @TopstepTV.
Yeah,
that would be insane.
We'll hook you up
If
with
you
something.
actually are
We'll
from
hook you up with
Nepal,
something.
please post a pic. That'd be cool as shit.
Yeah.
Doritoing, Dre.
It is. And those 20s, we had to win. We kept moving. I know we pulled the 7s, we pulled the 10s.
I would take a risk and I would enter long position for quick 10 points at 95, 96.
Okay. Bidding. Come and get us. We will try and order at 95 evens and see if we can get filled. What do you like that level? Is there something on Bookmap that you're seeing?
No, I'm just like the way the price moves. And I believe it should be a little bit of upside potential for, like I said, not too much, but maybe good 10, 15 points.
And what's your risk?
My risk will be below VWAP at 88.
Below 88. Okay, cool.
Right, we're working.
We're working
Okay,
it.
we're trying to get in from what price again, Dolby time?
95 evens.
Thank you. 20,295. Last trade 20,299. We're working a bid on 295s.
All right, let's run away from our order.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it, NASDAQ.
Stop is right. ES looking strong, so I could kind of see we do get this fill on the NASDAQ. ES can maintain the strength. I mean, ES might just drag the NASDAQ higher with it. See if we can get that. Looking at the calendar, nothing really. We haven't had much. It's been pretty light day to day, all day. Yeah, we are. Coast is clear until the close. We always have to keep an eye on headlines from the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
That was the case yesterday. Yesterday, we just saw our equities just fall out of bed with some of those headlines. Alex, how do you stay nimble, knowing that the markets are very sensitive to headline risk?
Well, I learned how to stay that way because, I mean, you just have to handle yourself. It's you against your emotions. So if it doesn't come to you, then don't try to pursue it. That's what I learned, and not too long ago. Before, I used to kind of jump on a train when it's already departed. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
I got
Long.
filled at 95.25.
Yep. Where's your stop at?
I'm gonna do the stop at 88.
Cool. I'm in with you. House account is long. 95 evens.
And I'm gonna shoot for 10 points at
It was a little tiny scalp. Let's get
108.
it.
305. It's working 305.
Did you?
Upside.
So, Alex, did you always do like fixed risk reward for your trades, or is that something that you worked yourself towards because you found that it worked best for your personality?
I try not to put myself in a strict stop losses. I know it may be not right, but market is changing every minute. So if, let's say, I see something goes against my plan, then I can just exit the position without a stop loss. I feel better this way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
Last trade, 20,300. Working 305s to the upside. Yeah, close is right. VWAP. I got VWAP at 20,305. This is overnight VWAP. ES staying strong. ES just kind of grinding, kind of drifting here. No news. Look at the Dow. Dow's low key, just making new highs here.
On the rascal, Dre. Just cruising along.
Took the Ovaltine and fired up the rascal.
That's right.
I had to plug in overnight and off to the races.
Just double fisting the Ovaltine.
Alex, you also took this trade? Yeah.
Ooh, yes. I hope I'm not gonna lose your money.
No.
No, this is good. This is a great trade so far.
I have a limit sell at 850.
850. 850.
308.50.
308 half. 308 half. Okay.
308s, yeah.
308. Okay, we're working 308s. Okay.
Let's do it. So this is like almost 3-1 here. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, I like it.
I bet we could hit 315s though. We'll do the 308s.
Okay.
315s. Let's live a spicy life and see if we can get a little extra.
Squeeze a little bit more out of this trade.
Because you wanted 308s. We'll make a marker here. TP1. Let's see if we get up there. Tough market. What's your favorite market state to trade?
Oh.
Range markets, I would say, because it's kind of more predictable. You can kind of recognize at least that it's moving within a certain range, and it's kind of easier to me, at least.
What would you if you had to coach somebody who hates trading ranges, what would be your pieces of advice?
I don't even know. I guess it's everyone's preference. By the way, my order got filled at 308.50.
Sure did.
I guess it's everyone's preferences, because some people just like, let's say, long days, and they will enter and let a position run for hours. I prefer not to stay in a trade for longer than a couple of minutes or maybe 5 minutes, because I realize longer I stay in a trade, more chances I'm going to end up losing. So,
okay.
All right,
Alex, you casually made how much money there? Yeah, you casually made how much money there? We got to get these 50s, Toby.
400 something bucks.
we got 400 on that one, Dre. We got 315s and we're out.
Casual 400. Look at that smile, Alex. There it is. That's what makes you smile. Profits makes Alex smile. Nice fill.
That's in the live account too. Nice, man. Oh, that's in my live account. Duh.
Like that.
Duh, it's in my live account.
315s. What did we buy? We bought 95s.
Yeah, let me pull up the order.
95s at 20 points. Just like that. Oh, that was easy. Alex, do all your trades come this easy?
No, not really. But
Not.
to be honest, if I wouldn't be live, I would probably enter like 3 or 5 contracts. But I'm trying to kind of take it easy and not to show a bad example.
Well, I mean, hey, you
I mean,
keep
those
doing
ba-
that.
those
That's a
base
great
hits
example.
add up, man.
Yes, they
Base hits add up. You know, you get 2, 3 of those, and all of a sudden you're at $800, $1,200. I mean, there's your day.
True.
With relatively tight risk, you know.
It was looking right back to the 304s.
Did him again?
Yeah, do we go back to the
Another time?
well?
Let's go. Work
Alex?
first time.
Again?
Alex, what do you do?
I'm with you guys. You want to hit it again? Let's do it.
Yep.
Love it. Right. Maybe
What was
work
that,
those
95s?
95s.
Yeah, let's hit him again. Why not?
Let's do it. I like this.
Why not? Chat, have you ever gone 2-to-1 for an entire trading combine? Let us know. Let us know how you liked it. It's something I've done before. It is relatively stress-free. You just put in a trade, let it work. Get filled, you don't get filled. Get a couple winners, and all of a sudden you have one big winning trade.
Yeah.
Three base hits is a triple.
What I don't really like, guys, is that there is a lot of buyers still sitting at 175, 180, 200. That concerns me when it comes to make a decision to enter a long position. I would be very careful at least.
Even at 94s?
Maybe at 87, 90. Yeah, I would consider a long position for, once again, like 10, 15 points. But I just learned my lesson, because market can tank 100, 120 points within 15 minutes. And I don't want to become a victim of it.
No. Yes. All right, Dolby. So we're working the 95s, 295s, or did Alex say trade off?
Oh, you say trade off, but I can pull
Trade
the order.
off.
I mean, we're heading back up here. I mean, you wouldn't take the shorts though, right? At like 315s, or would you try to offer those?
I would consider shorts at between 342 and 352, like in this range. It depends how market reacts. Or if you go below 288 or 290, I would consider shorts below this level.
Oh, like a breakthrough. Okay. Breakout. Breakdown. Gotcha. All right. Well, 295s did work.
Yeah, they were great. That was a good call. I was not anticipating a bounce there. That's pretty awesome. Is that from Bookmap? That 295s?
I'm surprised as well.
Okay.
What do you mean you're surprised? Alex, don't be.
That was a good one. That was a solid trade. Yeah, it kind of did like a resistance becomes support thing off of like a previous 5-minute range. I mean, totally makes sense. That was a great trade.
Also, I like to jump from 2 different time frames just to kind of understand the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm. Is that where you're getting like that 340, 350 area? Is off a larger time frame?
Kind of, yeah. That's where the market rejected previously.
Okay. Well, see if we get up there. I mean, this is such a unmotivated market. I mean, goodness gracious, there's nothing going on. Maybe power hour we get some action, and this is first half slow action, second half traders start moving stuff around.
Yeah, that would be much welcomed. As Hoag was saying, waiting for new information to enter the markets. But as far as the calendar, not seeing a whole lot incoming just yet. But you never know, that can change in a moment's notice. That sell-off today in the morning, boy, looked like we were going to go. Lo and behold, we just kept getting narrower and narrower ranges. As Toby likes to call it, a Dorito. I mean, this is just textbook. Looking at the 5-minute on the
This is a big Dorito.
NASDAQ.
This is one of the bigger Doritos that we've seen, honestly. Like on a 5-minute, this you could even take this out to almost like a 15-minute or a 30-minute chart as well. Those lower highs and higher lows are like very, very clean.
Yep.
And if you're a range bound trader, I mean, look at the 30-minute chart in the NASDAQ. All those bars are just completely bar coded, just stacked almost equally, bottoms and highs, bottoms and tops.
They are.
That's the predictability that you're talking about, right, Alex? That you like about ranges?
Yeah, it's sort of kind of you have an idea that the market most likely is going to come back to the same point it came from. So it kind of gives you more confidence where your exit should be and where your entry should be. Similar with a opening range when the market is open, very similar because it's kind of in range first couple of minutes, and it's either breaks up or breaks down, and all you have to do is basically wait until it breaks one of these points.
Yep.
Right, we're coming in down to these 300s again, 20,000, 300. Jeff Irwin in the chat. I've started locking myself out as soon as I hear Dolby say Dorito. Jeff, Dolby says embrace the Dorito, Jeff. Embrace the Dorito.
Doritos are good. It's a good snack. It's a good technical formation. It's predictable. It gives you good points of exit, of entry. It's a way friendlier version of the megaphone, which is the opposite of a Dorito. And the megaphone is maybe one of the harder formations to trade.
That's when you hit the lockout button.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with it. I don't think you get an opportunity to even hit the lockout button.
Unpredictable. Yeah. It's megaphone is like, where's this going to go? How low is this going to go? Oh, it's done going lower. All right, we're going higher. How much high? Oh, we're going high. It's just, oh gosh.
It's brutal.
Who we got here in the chat? Tara in the chat says, get ready. Why isn't everyone watching the ES ready to break out to the upside? All right. Well, we're back down to these 298s.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's breaking out to the upside, to be honest. It looks like a double top to me with a set of higher lows in the ES.
We're watching.
So could be a pullback, could be a breakout. We don't know. Let's say motivated Dorito. I'm not sure. I heard droopy Dorito yesterday, and that's for a flat base but lower highs. So I don't know what the opposite would be for a flat top with higher lows. That might be pulling back. Indices might be pulling back.
Yes,
even the YM is pulling back. Very interesting. Wow, crude's in a really nice 5-minute range. If anyone's a crude trader.
Someone's saying, someone's yelling at us in the chat. Why aren't we looking at gold? What's going on in gold, Dolby? We're getting yelled at. Why are you idiots not looking at gold? All right, we're going to take a look at gold. What's going on in gold? Anything popping over there?
Not really. Like 15-minute range,
yelled
maybe.
Yelled at over here.
Like bids off of like 2685 evens would have been pretty interesting because you have like a 5-minute range a 15-minute range beforehand, and you have a couple tops. So you just draw like a horizontal line right across. You got a point at 11 o'clock yesterday. Then you got yesterday overnight, popped up, came back, found support. So resistance became support, and that's where we bid up. So maybe this does end up moving higher from there. Yeah, it's like a nice little stair step trade possibly in the gold.